speaker and member of the Eastern Athletic Hall of Honor from the class of 1956, Dr. Tony Capolo. Zoom in a little bit, Ron. Go, camera one. There, good. Okay. Stay out there. Just open up a little bit. Leave it right there.
You know what? Stand by, guys.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports. JAKIB Sports. Since the announcement by Eastern University that football was coming in the year 2023, the expectations of this mainline university have never been higher. Welcome to Eastern University Eagles football, airing live across the JAKIB Sports Network on YouTube and live across the JAKIB Sports Radio Network, the flagship radio station of the Eastern University Eagles, Philadelphia's AM 990. The answer. Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES.
And it's a gorgeous Saturday afternoon on Widener Road here on the main line. Welcome in, everyone, across the JAKIB Sports Radio Network. It's Football Saturday, Game 2 at this beautiful new stadium, along with my partner, Warren Schmidt, and of course, Coach B, Bernie Nowatarski, set to go.
What a beautiful day down here at Widener. Really nice that the weather's not going to be an issue. It was a little bit of an issue last week against TCNJ, but what a beautiful day. For Eastern to get a big win, first MAC game of the season against Widener.
Coach, your initial thoughts before we get ready for the national anthem?
I wasn't sure how fast the national anthem was coming. I want to see him be more productive on first downs. We can't spend second and third down behind the sticks. So if we can see better production on first down, get the offense moving, it should be a better outcome.
All right, stand by, everybody. We'll pause. We'll take the national anthem live here across the JAKIB Sports Radio Network. You're listening to the broadcast. Stand by, everyone.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight as we whose broad stripes and bars through the perilous fight. For us the watch were so gallantly streaming, and was still there.
And a beautiful start to this football game, the national anthem being performed here as the game is set to begin, and we'll get started in a few moments. You're listening across the JAKIB Sports Network to Eastern University football. Guys, let's get some insight on this football game. Bernie, let's start with you. You had an opportunity to watch this team, the ebb and flow of what they did in week one, a week one loss. Talk to me about what adjustments Coach Crocker needs to make coming into this game against the Pride.
Well, like I said, I'd like to see better production on first down, and I'd like to see what they cleaned up from the mistakes that were made on last weekend. Now, they lost the toss, so they're getting the ball first. Widener will get that ball, obviously, in the second half, and they need to cut out the silly penalties that they had last week. Cut down on mistakes, eliminate the penalties. Better production on first down is my take on it.
All right, set to go as the Widener Pride will kick from our right to left. They're in the white jerseys, white pants with the classic Widener yellow helmets. The Eastern University Eagles are in their garnet jerseys with their white pants and the garnet helmets. Game 2, season 2, game 2 at the brand new field, and the kick is coming down to Chris Rivera, who takes it at his 5-yard. It comes out to the 15, to the 20. He's out to the 25-yard line, and then he's smothered out there and gets out to the 28-yard line. Good return, Warren. Good place to start for Coach Crocker and the offense.
Yeah, great return there by Rivera. Obviously, they need to win in all three stages: special teams, offense, defense, and then the fourth is coaching. And I'll tell you, this is a huge opportunity for Eastern to come out here and beat one of the legendary programs in the MAC, and that's Widener.
Out of the gun, Sabor Stevens, number 7, will start in at quarterback. Remember, him and Brett Knapp rotated a year ago. Snap out of the gun to Sabor. He hands the football off. Not much there at all. Jeremiah Aurelian out of Miami Gardens took the first handoff, ran to the short side of the field, snuffed out by the Widener defense.
Yeah, and that's Bernie's point right there. Do not play behind the sticks. First down, I think they need to open up a little bit, like Coach said he wants them to do. That's going to be an evolving thing. This young offensive line needs to insert their will in this defensive line, get some playing in front of the sticks and not behind the sticks.
Loss of 1 for Aurelian. Second down and 11. He lines up to the left of Stevens. Stevens fires over the middle. Nobody there. Overshot his man, and it's picked off out at their own 45-yard line. Not what you wanted to see on the second play of the game, first possession, and Stevens turns it over with a bad pick.
Well, those are two check marks already. They play behind the sticks on first down and turn it over on second, which is exactly what you don't want to do.
Well, Joe had a great interview across the JAKIB Media Sports Network on Thursday, talking to Coach about things that could have been correctable from last week. That 34-12 was not indicative of the game, how close it really was until the end. Cannot start like that.
Out of the gun comes Widener, moving right to left. Quarterback is Chaplin, number 6. He's standing on his own right at midfield. Chapman swings the football over to the far side of the field. That pass is complete. Bryce Casey, the running back, gets good yardage after the catch and pushes forward out to the 38-yard line of the Eagles.
Geographically, how far is Widener from here?
We're talking about it. They're probably 30 miles, if not less. This should be the Blue Root game.
Because there's a little chippiness going on already.
Chaplin's the senior. He's out of the gun. Second down and 3. Football on the 38. Again, over this time, short side of the field as they snap from the hash mark. That pass is complete from Chaplin, but no gain as the defense was there to shut him down. It'll bring up a third down.
Good pursuit there by Logan McGowan, one of the team captains. But Coach, to your point of the chippiness, these kids are getting recruited by both these, by Widener and Eastern, and they choose which one they want to go to. Yeah. Dan Foy on the Eastern University, he played at Widener last year. Brett Knapp's parents went to Widener. There's a lot of cross-pollination here in both these teams.
This is a situation I'd like to see us in, 3rd and short instead of 3rd behind the sticks.
3rd and 3 on the 38-yard line. They give the football off to
Good
Casey,
defensive play.
and the defense is there. Casey tries to go again to that short side. All 3 plays in that first offensive set to the short side. Good play by the defense. Came up, and Casey may have lost a yard or two.
And that's what you need from your defensive line. Salif Nakima coming up, Jalen Allen, and then team captain, as I said, Logan McGowan coming in to finish up. Huge stop there, Coach.
I wouldn't be shocked at a fake here, though.
This is the spot where you fake, but that's a huge stop there by the Eastern defense.
4th and 4 for the Pride. Football on the 40-yard line of the Eagles. Clean snap, punt handle, punt high, up, fair catch, and it's going to sail over Elijah Knowles' head. Did they get it down inside the goal line, or what are they calling there? Are they calling that a touchback?
Looked like he was in the end zone to me. But
They're going to confer here.
might be the first challenge of the
we
day.
made another challenge, and I know Coach Crocker was not happy with the challenge process last week.
And it is a touchback, and so the offense for the Eagles are fortunate there, and the football will come out for that second possession. We'll see if Sabor Stevens is in at the gun and in control, calling the shots. Brett Knabb started the game last week, and we saw Sabor Stevens come into the game in that second quarter, and then they were rotating throughout the football game.
Yeah, I think Coach is happy with both guys when they come in. Each guy gives a little bit of different look. They feel like, in talking to Coach this morning, that they have a better look with some of these, with the Widener defense with Sabor in there.
Sabor Stevens in it, quarterback snap, hands the football off to Avrilian, and Avrilian gets out over the 25-yard line. Good first down carry.
I want to go back to the touchback, and this is what confuses me about referees. There was a referee standing 2 yards away from where that ball crossed, and the guy from the other side of the field had to tell him, that what are you watching?
Gain of 5 for Jeremiah. 2nd down and 5 for Eastern. Second possession on a Saturday afternoon across the JAKIB Sports Networks. Snap out of the gun to Stevens, hands the football off, and he is crushed as Avrilian gets crushed, does not get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And those are little things that with the RPO, obviously he needs to hold that. There's nobody on this outside, and obviously that's just a learning process of a young team. I know Coach doesn't use that as an excuse, but this is still a young team going against a veteran team. They need to eliminate those small mistakes because now they're playing 3rd and long instead of 3rd and 5.
And the first down play was a good gain. That 2nd and 5 is great.
That was a good check the box for Coach.
3rd and 8 from their own 22-yard line. 11 minutes, 3 seconds remaining. Opening quarter, second possession for Stevens and the offense. Here comes pressure. Sabor's got an open man, but he overshoots his guy. Guy Bruton was the intended receiver, and that falls incomplete. So 3 and out go the Eagles on their second possession.
They brought everybody on that one. They put a lot of pressure on him to get rid of that ball.
Yeah, and actually the offensive line has been playing, I think, pretty well for this young offensive line. You got Nahum Tassima, Justin McNulty, Alvin Carpenter, Derek Swain, and Cody Green up there protecting Sabor. They did a pretty good job last week, but they need to pick up that blitz this week.
John Westfield will stand inside his 10-yard line to punt the football. First time we'll see John out on the field, and that kick is being handled down at the 38-yard line, and that is being handled by Jordan Baxter, and that is where Widener will come out and take over. They'll take possession at the 40, somewhere around their own 45-yard line, first down and 10.
Good snap there, but it starts with the long snapper, Sean McNamara, getting it back to John Westfield. Special teams has been one of, I think, the bright spots of this team, with John Nolik making his kicks last week. John Westerfield, he only had a couple punts, and they were pretty good punts. Hopefully, John's not going to be too busy today. Defense needs to come up with another 3 and out here.
First down and 10 on their own 47-yard line. Second possession for the Pride. Jeff Chaplin, he's the senior quarterback. He stands in the gun. He hands the football off to Casey. Casey bangs forward, crosses over midfield into Eastern territory. He'll bring up a second down. Gets to the 48-yard line of the Eagles. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Football now officially marked. Yes, it is on the 48-yard line. 10:23 remaining in the opening quarter. Left to right they go. Quarterback is Jeff Chaplin, number 6. He's in, out of the gun. Motion to the far side. Chaplin, clean snap, fires, pass across the middle. He bounces it in, incomplete, bring up a third down.
Yeah,
There's a late flag there.
Eastern brought some pressure, and I think are they gonna call roughing the passer on this?
It's either that or they caught the up guy holding, but I think it's going to be the roughing the passer call.
I mean, are these guys watching NFL games to call roughing the passer on that? Unless he hit his head, and I didn't notice that he hit his head. That is not a roughing the passer.
These guys mic this week.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. On the defense. 15 yards from the previous start.
So it is a 15-yard step off against the Eagles after a stop. It gives them an automatic first down, gives them 15. So call it now, first down and 10 for Chaplin on the offense. And Chaplin's no small quarterback, so you're going to rough up on Jeff Chaplin, number 6. He's 5'10", 190, the senior, leading this offense. First down and 10 now. They snap out of the gun from the 33-yard line. Here comes Casey again, straight up the gut. He's got room inside, and he crosses over and gets out near the first down marker. He is short. They'll give him 9 on that carry. So second down and 1. Wide open hole through the center of that Eagle defense.
You've got to fill your gap responsibilities because there's only one linebacker sitting in the middle. If he gets to the second level, that's what you're going to see.
Yeah, and they have Gachon Moody back there playing the safety position. He plays all over the field.
14 in at quarterback for Widener. Now he momentarily fumbles the snap. Warren, see if you can get a number for me. 14. I don't have him on the depth chart for the Widener offense, who comes in and replaces Chaplin in at quarterback. That's Eli. What is that?
Warfel.
Eli Warfel took the snap, didn't handle it cleanly, but he did get enough for the first down. They pick it up first down and 10, and then Chaplin shuttles back in to the offense with the play from the sideline. First and 10, football on the 21. Widener moving left to right on the move, following the 3 and out on the second possession for the Eagles. We'll see what they dial up. Out of the gun, clean snap. Chaplin down the sideline, nobody with him. But Chaplin missed him badly.
And I'll tell you, we're lucky the quarterback from last week was not in there. That would have been a touchdown. Last week's quarterback was probably the best quarterback we're going to see. That wide receiver was wide open. That's a huge break for this Eastern University defense. They need to, you have that bend, but don't break. Right, Coach?
I don't know how you miss a tight end coming off the ball.
That was a bad miss.
Second down, 10, football still on the 21-yard line. Widener knocking on the door. Chaplin out of the gun to his left is Casey.
That looked like it bounced.
And we'll see what they call as they throw to that short side of the field. And that pass is complete. That'll bring up a third down. They're working the short side of the field, Coach.
I'm going to have issues with the referee today.
The refs have already made 2 bad calls. I think that hit the ground, but Coach isn't going to challenge that. But
3rd and 4 from the 15-yard line. Why are you not getting sound?
Incomplete.
Good defensive play.
You should be getting audio. Why are you not getting audio? Are you getting audio?
That's incomplete, intended for Jalen Richardson. Sheer Jackson Austin with the coverage.
You getting audio now?
It'll be 4th and 4.
Audio good now? Was audio out for the entire first quarter? So 4th and 4 from the 15-yard line. Widener comes up with Easton comes up with a stop, and then they block the attempted field goal. Oh my, what a great play and a great stop for the defense and for special teams. Jamari James gets the credit for the block. Great stuff.
And they've got two straight stops here by the defense. Now we need our offense to kick in here.
Great job by the defense there. they got lucky with that receiver that they did not get the ball to. You got to have some breaks, right, Coach?
Every day.
Have a big break. But you know what? This week they took advantage of it. Last week they did. This week they did. Offense needs to matriculate down the field. At least get some first downs here and flip the field.
First down and 10, third possession for the Eagles. They move left to right. The quarterback is still DeBoer. Stevens, he had an open receiver, but it was deflected wide open. Was Quadir Gibson, but he didn't get it to him.
He needed just a little air on that to get over the linebacker's hands.
Well, unfortunately, they had two receivers in the same area. The one receiver kind of played defense and deflected it from the receiver I think Spore was going to. But I like the play call. I like throwing on first down, especially, Coach, what's always open? That tight end down the seam. That seam.
If he catches that, it's a race down the field.
Absolutely.
Second down, 10, football on the 25-yard line. Still no score. 7:54 remaining opening quarter. Third possession for Stevens on the offense.
Ball start. I think it's going to be.
The flag comes out before the blowing dead. False start against Eastern. 5-yard penalty marked back, so Eastern will go in reverse on that second down. Now second down.
And that's one of those self-inflicted wounds that a young offense, a young team just can't do. Second and 10 is tough enough. Now second and 15 makes this even tougher.
And we're playing behind the sticks.
You're listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in on YouTube, on Twitter, and across the entire network today. Thank you for being here. What a gorgeous Saturday afternoon it is for football. Nothing there. As Stevens on a second down and 15, not quite sure that was the right call, but the Widener defense swarming, and that'll bring up third and long.
Yeah, well, it's the right call. It works, right? So, but I think they needed it as what Coach wants them to do is hit that tight end down the seam. Last week, number one, we call him big play. Reggie Swinton had a really good game. I would love to see him try to get the ball to him on this outside here.
The last third and long, Widener brought pressure. I fully expect they'll do the same thing here.
Lost 2 on the play. Stevens snaps, and he's got third down and 17, and his pass was intended for Eddie Swinton, but it was behind Swinton. No shot at all for Eddie to even make a play on the football. And the offense, which has sputters again, and it'll bring up fourth down and 17 from their own 18-yard line. And John Westfield trots out to punt away the football again for the Eagles.
I wouldn't be surprised if Nab comes in shortly to see which one's going to move the ball.
Yeah, so, Coach, last week, Sabor stayed ready. They had a different matchup. Sabor came in and had a really good couple series. It maybe chance to see what Brett can do.
Westfield from his own 2-yard line handles the snap, gets a pretty good high punt out to the 50-yard line right at midfield. It was handled there by number 34 for Widener, and that is where their offense will come out. They'll start there, first down and 10, football right at midfield.
This is a third series in a row. You're putting the defense on a short field. You want to hope they keep getting the stops, but
Coach, with no break, right?
It gets tougher.
I'll tell you, nice play there on special teams by Emery Plummer, the sophomore wide receiver for Eastern, getting down there and making the tackle.
Here we go, first down and 10. The quarterback is Chaplin. He stands in the gun out of the 45. Chaplin firing, looking downfield. He's got a wide open receiver. He's got his man. That's number 7 on the end of that. Malachi Holmes brings in the reception. Big, long gain for the Pride. And Chaplin sat back there and waited for him to clear and hit him right in the numbers.
Our corner bid on the fake look of the screen and left the wide out get behind him.
So a big first down for the Pride, first down and 10, all the way down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. We'll see if they can duplicate the last possession and come up with a stop here. First down and 10. Casey is the big running back. He is to the left of Chaplin. Flag comes in right before the snap.
And that's another one of those penalties you just can't have.
Why are they moving the sticks?
So 5-yard step off against the Eagles. It'll be instead of 1st and 10 from the 17, it'll be 1st down and 5 from the Eagle 12. 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. You're listening to Eagles football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Chaplin now in there, out of the gun. Clean snap, looking, fires, wide open receiver is number 7. That's Holmes again. Holmes brings it in, stops, pivots, looks to go, and hard to get down, but they finally do get him down inside the 5.
And one thing we heard from all the way up here, Coach Crocker yelling, "Do your job." And too many times, some of these players for Eastern are trying to do everyone else's job, and they just concentrate on their job, what their responsibility is. It makes it a lot easier. So you eliminate those offsides, you eliminate some of these mental mistakes that Eastern's had at the beginning of this game that you can't have against a veteran team like Widener.
1st and goal. I'm wondering if number 1, Bryce Casey, is in the call. He's not. Quick, short, pop, fire.
We almost had that.
Almost picked off. Intended for Holmes down there at the goal line. Great looking play, and almost, Coach, almost.
Really good read by the corner.
And I think that was Anthony Rosner there from Philly making the break on the ball. And it's probably why he's a corner. If he's a receiver, maybe he makes that pick. But just great play by Anthony Rosner on breaking on the ball and knocking down the ball there.
Call it 2nd and goal now. 5:17 remaining. 1st quarter. Here comes Casey, lines back up to the left of Chaplin. They give the football to Casey. He tries to run to the right side, and the defense says, "Not today, Bryce." Good pressure by that entire right side of the defensive line.
That's what you want to see in your defense.
Another really good defensive play.
And, Coach, what did you see on that play?
Swarm.
Swarm, exactly. All those helmets, all the hats with the Eagles emblem on it, getting to the ball. And the defensive coordinator, that's what you want to see. Great job by the Eastern University defense.
So loss of 2 for Casey. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 7. 4:40 remaining. 1st quarter, no score.
You can't fall for the RPO fake.
Chaplin, gun, looks to put the football out to number 34, who makes the catch and then rumbles into the end zone for a touchdown. I need the roster here, Warren. 34 is McCoy. Is that right?
Kareem McCoy.
Kareem McCoy. I need to get, hand me one. We have extra. Let me just have this in front of me just in case I need a roster. So McCoy. Actually, Bernie, Coach looked like he was stopped at the 2 and then put the head down and banged his way into the end zone.
Yep.
Widener breaks the ice first. Extra point. Number 87 for the Pride. And the extra point is up and good by Ryan Patterson.
Like I said, you
and
can't.
With 4:26 remaining here in the opening quarter, Widener gets on the scoreboard first. It's Widener 7, Eastern nothing. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Eastern University football on the JAKIB Sports Radio Network.
I get scared sometimes.
Of a lot of things.
Joining in.
Decisions.
The dark.
The dark.
But I once heard someone say,
but as I always say,
it's okay to be afraid.
As long as you face the fear.
And keep moving forward.
Wherever you are in life, count on the name trusted in insurance for over 80 years. Independence Blue Cross.
And welcome back, everyone, to the JAKIB Sports Network. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. What a great day today it is, guys, for football. Widener knocking on the door a couple of times, and they're finally able to get into the end zone and take a 7-0 lead with 4 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter.
It's a good play call down there. Good safe play call by Widener, moving left to right from our vantage point, flared out to the running back, one-on-one with the DB, and the running back won that play. But Widener's Eastern's defense has been playing well. This could easily be 21-0, right, Coach?
25 is Chris Rivera. He'll take the kick following the touchdown. Now Rivera trying to get over up at the sideline, heading over towards the Widener bench, and then he's tackled there around the 25-yard line, and that's where the offense will come out and start 1st down and 10 no flags on the
No,
field.
no call on the.
No horse collar. I guess I don't know if coach pissed off the officials by putting them in whatever he did pregame, but that was a horse collar. That was around his neck, ripped him behind. Classic horse collar that was not called. There would have been a 15-yard penalty there. But you know what? In football, you deal with adversity. You got to take the officials out of the equation. The offense needs to, and here comes Brett Knapp, like you thought. So he's back in.
So number 5, the quarterback, Brett Knapp, comes in. Stevens, he goes out. They'll rotate. Now Knapp is hit as he hands off the football, and straight up the gut is Gibson. And Gibson gets good positive yardage running up in between the guard and the tackle.
He got that yardage with his eyes. He was patient, got blocked up, and then jumped outside.
I love that run. What a powerful run. That was really good.
Pushes his way out over the 30 to the 31-yard line. So officially a gain of 6, first down and 4. Clock on the move, 3rd down and 4. Brett Knapp now wearing number 5. He's your quarterback. His parents, by the way, are Widener alumni. So good stuff for Brett Knapp getting out there in front of mom and dad. He stands at the gun on his own 25. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a brilliant. He's got room. He's down the sideline. He's got room. He's over midfield. And he's down to the 45-yard line. A flag comes in.
You're going to get called for holding.
And that's going to come back on the jet sweep. Jeremiah Aurelian got around the edge and room. Boy, I hate to see that yellow flag and that laundry come out.
Yeah, it's a shame, but Coach Carter looked like it was a hold. Just it's what's nice about that is when the offensive coordinator Nate Hinkle looks at that, he's like, hey, let's keep that play on the play chart. Let's run that again, because obviously, without the holding, that's a huge play. And they get on the other side of the 50 with that play. Just unfortunate hold on it, and brings them back.
I'm not a huge fan of the jet sweep unless you have a running back that can plant that right foot or left foot and go up the field.
So 2nd down now and 10. A big play wiped off the stat sheet and wiped off in reality in real time. 2nd and 10, 3:18 remaining, left to right for the Eagles. Knapp is in at quarterback. He gives the football to Aurelian. Aurelian's got some yardage, positive yardage. Looks like he may have gotten 4 of the initial yards back, and he bangs out his way out to the 31-yard line, and will bring up a 3rd down.
And Coach and I talk about this all the time. Games come down to 4 to 5 plays that really make or break a team or a game. I think this is one of those big plays, Coach.
Yeah.
To get their first down of the game, keep the clock running, let the defense get their wind here and the Gatorade and everything else that they do on the sideline. But offense needs to come through with a big first down here.
Officially 5 for Jeremiah. Call it 3rd and 5 from the 30. 2:30 clock on the move. Now Knapp in the gun. Pass complete. Number 11 is on the end of that short pitch and catch. That's Dan Foy. And Foy finds the seam, gets out over the 40. Good to move the sticks, picks up a first down.
And Dan Foy, where did he play? Played at Widener. Transferred from Widener. He's a graduate student at Eastern now. Didn't play last year in this game for Widener. So now he's playing for Eastern. That's a big catch. He had a good game last week. So they went up to him. I like him. They came to him a couple times last week. I like him as a receiver out there.
It's a nice little pitch and catch. You don't have to go vertical on everything.
4 receiver set, empty backfield for Knapp. Number 6 in motion is Gibson. Now he'll line up to the left of Knapp. 1st and 10. They give to Gibson. He bangs forward. I thought for a moment, Coach, he was going to find a hole and bounce out, but a good play by the Widener defense.
Yeah, they pursued it pretty quickly.
2 for Gibson, 2nd and 8, out to the 44-yard line. 128 remaining, clock on the move.
Just pan down just a little bit,
Last couple plays, we've taken the play clock or the play clock down to 2.
2nd and 8, play clock at 10 now. Clean snap to Knapp. Aurelian with the football, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, runs to the left side, the far side of the field. Decent gain for Jeremiah. Bring up the 3rd down.
Good job there by Brett Knapp, too. He held the ball in his running back's gut there, and then at the last second made the right decision to let him take that. Good play there.
Yeah, he
Third
rode
and manageable.
He rode his running back as far as he could go. And again, 3rd and 4 is way more manageable than working at 3rd and 12.
So 3rd down and 4. This will be probably the last snap of the first quarter. Football on the 48-yard line. Let's see what Nab dials up. He's under the gun. He's in the gun, rather. He's under pressure. Flips out to Jeremiah. Will Jeremiah get to the sticks? Fights hard, but he comes up short of midfield. That'll bring up a 4th down. What do you do here, Coach?
I'd go for it, but that's just me.
You know, Coach.
And what do you dial up? What do you dial up, Coach?
Flip screen, work somebody into the curl, a short out. There's no reason to throw it 20 yards downfield, though. Work a 4-yard out or a comeback.
And it looks like the Eagles are going to take a timeout to talk about it. So while they take a timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout. Back in a moment.
We all know that taxes are just part of life. It's true during our working years, but also in retirement. But what you might not know is up to 85% of your Social Security benefits might be taxed. Our team at Thrive Financial has helped retire thousands of people across the Delaware Valley by asking questions they never knew they needed to ask, including how their Social Security benefits might be taxed. It's time to be proactive on taxes. Get your Thrive Retirement Tax Playbook today.
And back here on the campus of Eastern University, I'm Joe Krause, along with one partner, Warren Schmidt, and, of course, Coach B, Coach Bernie Nowatarski in the box. It is a 4th down. The teams will step on the other side and flip. So, Eastern, rather, will now go from right to left with a 4th and 3. Football will be on their own 49-yard line. What are they talking about?
The sticks are at the wrong place, number one. And number 2, I mean, the first thing you try and do is maybe draw them off sides. And if you get them to jump, I mean, they're still standing here and making it look like it's 4th and 8.
Yeah, they need to correct this. But hey, I agree with this call, Coach. The defense is playing really well. Your offense is, you kind of figure if we can't get 2 yards, maybe we don't deserve to beat Widener. So let's go out and you had a good play call.
Now they're bringing the punt team out. This isn't right.
This isn't right.
Somebody's got to catch that. It's not 4th and 9.
It's 4th and 1.
There we go. Now they're correcting the sticks at least. It's 4th down and 3 on the 49-yard line. We are in the second quarter, and Eastern now has elected to send out John Westfield, who will punt the football standing on his own 34-yard line. So a very discombobulated start before the clock even started running here.
Well, the kids
in the second quarter.
The kids are working the chains. That's the ref's job to tell them where they belong.
Westfield. Pretty good punt by Westfield down to the 15-yard line. Fair catch is called. So Westfield we'll get the official yardage on the punt, but that is where Widener will come out and start their possession. 1st down and 10. Now that we're in the second quarter, they'll move from our left to right. Warren, first quarter, thoughts on that opening quarter?
You know what? They didn't come out how they wanted to come out. They had some mistakes. They had some self-inflicted wounds, some penalties, but we're only sitting here 7-0. I really, I love the fight in this team. You talked about it on Thursday, Joe, with Coach. They come out here to win this game. They're not coming out here just to, wear these pretty uniforms and play in front of their fans. They come out here to win the game, and the defense is playing really well.
1st down and 10 for the Widener Pride on their 15-yard line. Chaplin again. Number six, Jeff Chaplin is in at quarterback, 5-yard or 4-yard scoot on that opening play. So 2nd and 6.
Yeah, this is the first time that they have to play defense down at this end. Otherwise, they've been playing on a short field.
And you love Salif Nakima in there making a big play from his defensive tackle position.
34 is Kareem McCoy. He is now to the right of Chaplin. Chaplin pass, is incomplete. Malachi Holmes is the intended receiver. Couldn't get it. Hit him in the hands, actually, but it drops down and will bring up a 3rd down.
And I like the pressure that they put on. They brought some linebackers there. Put a little this kid is not the same quarterback as last week. You put a little pressure on this kid, he's going to throw it like that, and that's what you need to do. No quarterback in any league, any division likes anyone in their face or pressure. They need to bring it on this kid.
Big third down now for the defense. They've been playing well. They played well in that first quarter. Chaplin again, out of the gun. Casey to his right. Looking for his tight end, and that is too high. Sailed that pass, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
Deshaun Moody with great coverage. He is a Swiss Army knife, right, Coach?
Yep.
Put him at safety. Okay, cover this guy. Blitz. Play in the middle, linebacker.
He'll do pretty well in Vic Fangio's defense, right?
I'll tell you, if Vic was watching, he might want to bring him in for a look.
Even if he catches that, it's not a first down.
No way.
He kept
Great
him
job
short
by
of
the
the stick.
3 and out right there. Exactly what you want. Get your offense right back out and get them in rhythm.
Field position or possession now is changing a little bit.
So 4th down and 6. The Pride will have to punt. 14-11 remaining. Second quarter just getting underway. Knowles handles the punt. Not much room. Works his way over to the center of the field and actually gets positive yardage for Elijah Knowles. And he's just short of midfield. And that is where the Eagles offense will come out and start it. We'll keep it here as we wait for the offense. What needs to happen, Coach B, in this possession? We got to move the football and we got to get into the end zone.
Absolutely. You got to move the ball down. You're now on a short field. It's the first time they're not buried down on their own end. Just work some of those short little passes. Still work the RPO. But you got to work in front of the sticks, not behind them.
And here's one of those little things you won't see in the box scores. Elijah Knowles fielding that ball, getting plus 10 yards instead of having that ball bounce another 15 yards. Great job by Elijah Knowles returning that punt.
First down and 10 from their own 49. Nab's going to keep the football. He gets the first down and a lot more, and he bangs his way forward out to the Widener 40-yard line. Brett Nab, he's a dual threat quarterback, and he was keeping that football all the way.
And he's a tough kid, as you know, in the we've seen. Not the supporters are a tough kid, too. He's tough, but Brett likes to go in there. He puts his shoulder in there, and he's not going to slide. He's going to get those extra yards. Great first down play, right, Coach?
It's not a bad problem to have with both of them.
It's great.
I mean, they work the different offenses differently, and, it works out when one's in and the other's out.
And they both have the buy-in, and they know their role.
Widener 7, Eastern no score. Eastern in possession, on the move after the first down. It's Avrilla, and he doesn't get back to the original line of scrimmage.
I'd like to see them run Avrilla a little more outside than between the center and the guard. Obviously, with a young offensive line, I think they're playing well, but they're playing against some big boys in there in the middle there. I think Eastern needs to use their speed on the outside, and let's hit that seam, right, Coach?
I would have liked to have seen a pass there.
Yeah, on first down.
Yeah.
2nd and 11. Football on the 41-yard line. Nab at quarterback, in control, out of the gun. Here comes Jeremiah. Fakes to Jeremiah. And Nab is smothered up right at the 45. So a loss of 4, snuffed out all the way by Widener.
And this is one of our keys to the game of what, Coach? Not playing behind the sticks.
Yeah,
they are playing behind the sticks. 3rd and 16, 3rd and 17.
Unfortunately, that was a bad read on that one. You should have given it to the back.
Yep.
Bring up 3rd down and 15.
See if Widener brings pressure.
12-12 up on the game clock. Your quarterback is number 5, Brett Nab. It is game 2 of the 2024 season, opening game of the MAC. Nab is under pressure, and Widener gets there. Again, Byrne, there's something they're seeing. The coaches in the box, they're sending pressure, and they've had success doing so.
You're only putting 3 receivers out, so you're keeping linebackers in that can blitz. Why not go empty? Now they have to cover out 5. Now maybe only one guy can come for pressure.
Number 97, John Westfield, getting a workout today. He's in the punt. 4th and 20. Football back now on the 47-yard line of the Eastern Eagles. They trail only by a touchdown.
The Widener defensive line didn't even get down in a stance that time. They just stood up and ran in.
Westfield High punt. Going to bounce straight up in the air and take the roll. Eastern will smother up the football.
Not bad. You're at least down at that end of the field again. You're asking your defense to do an awful lot here in the first half,
especially on a warm day, right, Coach? On a warm day, you really want your offense to exert their will.
Well, they're right back out in the field, so let's keep it here. I was going to go to a commercial break, but we'll keep it here across the JAKIB Sports Radio Network, 11:06. Thank you for everyone tuning in on our YouTube channel, on Twitter, and then, of course, on the live stream for Eastern University. First down and 10, 11:06 remaining. Football on the 23-yard line. Widener in possession. Chaplin is the quarterback. First down carry. Short gain, couple yards.
And Eastern defensive line is holding up in there, against his big, stout Widener offensive line. Gaining 2 yards on first down, you'll take that every time.
Second down and 8.
Quarterback change.
In quarterback for Widener. That's Eli Warfel, and he's got his man. He completes his pass to Hostetter, Isaac Hostetter, and just like that, they changed the field.
He bid on the out and up.
He bid on the double move. Yep. That's just inexperience.
There are some changes in the secondary this week, too. There's different numbers out there this week.
And now Chaplin comes back in at quarterback. So Warfel does his job. He comes in, completes the long pass, and then out he goes. Chaplin now back in. First down and 10, 39-yard line of Eastern. Second quarter, 9:48 remaining. Chaplin pass.
Good defensive play.
Incomplete. Pretty good defense there by the Eastern defense. Lucky to get back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain.
And that's what you want your defensive back to do. Number 9, Tahir Jackson-Austin came in and made the stick.
He read it right away.
He read it. But more importantly, Coach, he came up and made a good stick. No gain. That usually doesn't happen when it's one-on-one with a receiver and defensive back. Great job there by Tahir.
Jalen Richardson, number 18, was at the end of that short pitch and catch. Here comes Casey. Bryce Casey straight up the gut.
And that's just one of those
down carry.
That's one of those small differences, right, Coach?
Absolutely.
Widener got 5 yards on that play, which they had him, and then all of a sudden he just sneaks and falls 4 or 5 yards. Eastern has been getting 2 yards on that.
Kept his legs moving.
Yep.
Big third down, third and a nickel. Football on the 34-yard line. 8:45 remaining.
Watch the slot.
3 receiver set. Casey to the left. Casey flares. Pass fired and almost picked off. And Gashawn Moody had a green end zone all the way in front of him, and he knows it.
Great jump.
Yep.
Great read. Great jump on it.
Wait, Joe, wait 2 seconds. You would have been calling touchdown right now. Yeah, that would have been a touchdown.
So
great jump on the ball. Two great jumps on the ball, and that's what you want to see from your DBs. Good job there by Gashawn Moody.
So here we go, 4th and 5 for Widener. Chaplin will stay in at quarterback. On the 34-yard line. 8:35 remaining, second quarter, 7-0 Pride.
Holding.
Chaplin fires. He's got an open receiver. It's incomplete.
Where are they throwing flags from?
There is a flag down.
That is just terrible call. They missed the hold on Eastern's defensive end coming around the end, and then this guy calls it a defensive back holding back there.
Oh my!
This officiating crew has not given one call to Eastern yet. Usually they even out. Starting to sound like Coach.
5 is Sam Skell on a defensive hold. And that'll make it an automatic first down. The step off goes up to the 24-yard line of Eastern. First down and 10 now for Jeff Chaplin, the quarterback. Fake to Casey. Taking a shot down in the corner of the end zone, and that pass is incomplete. Good coverage down there as well by T.J. Alston.
Yep. That's a great coverage by Alston. Turned his hips, looked towards the quarterback, had his hand up. Great coverage.
Squeeze him towards the sideline.
Squeeze him towards the sideline.
2nd down 10, 8:25 remaining. Man, a tough call against this defense after a big stop. 2nd and 10, football on the 24. Chaplin.
Good hit.
Short pass, caught, very little yardage. Number 8 was Vanskovich on the end of that short pitch and catch. He'll get 3, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
I'm sure our staff will pick it up, but when they keep 2 backs in the backfield aside of the quarterback, he throws.
7:55 clock on the move. Widener again knocking on the door, and boy, the Eastern defense with a big stop, but that defensive hold, we'll see if they can come up one more time. 3rd and 7. Casey moves back. Tight. Now fires over the middle. He's got an open receiver. That pass is complete. Hostetter, the senior, good enough for the 1st down.
And that's it. You know, the coach will say it all the time. That's just a good football play. Quarterback's getting hit. They provided pressure with 3. They got to him, but he lasered a dime in there. Good catch.
Looked like we were in a zone, and he found a hole in it.
A little void. Yep.
1st down and 10, or 1st and goal rather. 7:02 remaining. 4 chances for Chaplin and the offense to get in. Here comes Casey, a big running back. He runs to his right, chose the short side of the field. Does get down to the 5-yard line, so 2nd and goal. Under 7 to play. 6:38 and counting. Snap. Out of the gun, pass incomplete from Jeff Chaplin. Hostetter, number 13, was the intended receiver. That goes incomplete, so now 3rd down and 5.
Right back to 3rd down.
Anthony Roser, a defensive back out there, had good coverage, deflected the ball away from the receiver. Good coverage.
34 is Kareem McCoy in white, the sophomore. He checks in. Chaplin out of the gun, clean snap. Now he's flushed out to the right side. He's hit from behind.
Incomplete.
His pass was intended for McCoy, but I don't think he got it to him.
No, incomplete. It bounced.
And it hit the turf, and it comes up incomplete. Good pressure by Eastern.
If they come out of this with only 3, that's a heck of a series.
That was really good. Great job.
And Widener, instead of going for it here, they're going to go for the field goal. As 87 is Ryan Pattison, the senior. We'll see if Pattison can convert. It's 4th down and 5, 4th and goal. Pattison lines up for the field goal. The snap, kick is good. So with 6:20 remaining in the 2nd quarter, it is now Widener 10 and Eastern no score. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Eastern Eagle football across the JAKIB Sports Network.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive.
Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
And we're back here live across the JAKIB Sports Network for Eastern University football from this beautiful new stadium. And the Eagles hosting Widener Pride. Boy, it is gorgeous outside today. And the job that Eastern has done on this stadium is spectacular.
But without question, and obviously it starts with the top, with all those guys that made these decisions. And Eastern does everything top-notch, first class. And I'll tell you, it shows when you come to the stadium. Everything's great here. Hey, on that last play, Jason Bateman, the sophomore linebacker, had a great pressure on the quarterback, made him throw.
That's Chris Rivera who handles that kickoff, and a good return by Rivera, who gets out to the 42-yard line of the Eagle offense, and that's where they will take over.
Rivera's a good return kid.
He is.
Rivera's pretty dynamic, absolutely. 2 good returns. Now the offense, we're going to sound like a broken record. The offense needs to come in and get some points.
And it was nice of Jason Bateman to come all the way in from Hollywood from doing movies.
Yep.
So first down and 10. They'll start on their 41-yard line. 6:12 remaining, second quarter. Good halftime show coming up for you at halftime as well here across JAKIB Sports. Now, Nab is in at quarterback, off the RPO, pulls the football into his own belly and loses 2 on that carry. It'll bring up a second down.
Yeah, I mean, I know what Coach is going to say. Coach is going to say they need to open this up on first down. First down, it's almost like they have a template. They almost run the same thing every time. They need to change it up a little bit here. I'd really love to see him kind of take the leash off Brett Nab here and let him get the ball downfield and some passes to one here, Swinton.
Second down and 12. Here comes Hervillian. Jeremiah gets around the left side in front, runs towards the Eastern University bench. Good run by Jeremiah. Gets out to what are they marking him on the 44-yard line. 5:20 remaining, second quarter. A long third down for Eastern. Would love to see them get a conversion here. You're listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network. 3rd and 7. Football on the 44. Brett Nab is the quarterback. His parents in the house today, both graduates of Widener University. Now Nab flushed out of the pocket. Now he rolls to his right, far side of the field. Is he going to get to the sticks? He's close.
I'm not sure where he went out at.
Bounds.
It's
we'll
real
wait to
close.
see where they mark him. He is short. He stepped out. He was short of the line to gain.
They marked him back 3 yards from where I thought he went out.
Oh, that's all right.
So it'll bring up a 4th down, and Coach Crocker's doesn't even hesitate to think about it. 97 is the punter doing the duties, John Westfield, and he's already in position. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. 10-0 Widener. Defense has played well for the Eagles. Offense has yet to get going. Westfield handles the snap. Kick, fair catch down at right around the 13-yard line, and that's where the Pride will start. First down and 10, and they'll move from our left to right. We'll keep it here. The defense makes their way back out onto the field. And, Coach, I don't know if this is the type of ebb and flow of a football game where the defense, which has been playing well, have to be in really good shape so they don't get tired out there. They're going to feel a long time.
They're you got to worry about them getting worn down. And on a hot day like this, cramping sets in at some point.
Now Chaplin back out with the offense. He's out of the gun on the first down snap. The 34 is McCoy on the carry, so he bangs forward, finds yardage, good positive yardage. And he more than good positive yardage, enough to move the sticks. They give him 10, and he picks up the first down. So first down and 10. Out to the 23. 3:41 remaining, second quarter. 10-0 Widener Pride. Remember, both teams 0-1. It's the opening game of the MAC Conference today. Chaplin again. McCoy straight up, nothing there. Probably a yard on that carry. It'll bring up a second down.
And we talked about this last week of going into the halftime on a positive note. Eastern needs to hold these guys to make this 10-0, potentially get the ball back and get some points. But it was a huge last week when Eastern got a field goal at the end of the half with some momentum going into that into halftime and then into the third quarter.
And Widener gets the ball in the third quarter.
Second down and 8, just under 3. Chaplin out of the gun. Here comes Casey. Casey cuts back up towards the middle of the field. He gets positive yardage. He is going to be short, so they'll bring up third and 4, it looks like to me, for the offense. 14 comes in at quarterback. That's Eli Warfel, the sophomore. His last appearance running the offense was a big completion. Now Warfel, he's naked backfield out of the gun. All receivers out. Pressure, flushed, over in front of the Eastern bench. He's hit, spins his way. Eli picks up the first down as he cut back away from the sideline, gets enough for a first down, does his job, out he goes, and back in comes their starting quarterback, Jeff Chaplin.
Yeah, interesting run for a quarterback. He chose to get hit instead of taking the sideline.
Right.
And on that last play, Jeremy Brooks, who got hurt last year at Widener, actually broke his leg. Great to see him back out there making plays.
There's a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Eastern University football right at the 2-minute mark. Widener 10, Eastern nothing. Back in a moment.
It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
Football's back, baby.
Oh, check out the gorgeous colors on that tree.
I'm loving my MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's MBA program every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year. Apply today in as little as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
And back here live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Thanks, everybody, for listening in to what is a first half action on Radnor Road on the campus of Eastern University. Game 2 of 3. We'll be right back here again, Warren, next Saturday. Kickoff 12:05 across the JAKIB Sports Network. In live action, 2 minutes remaining, opening half. Widener 10 in possession of the football. No score for the Eagles. Defense has played really, really well for Eastern.
Yeah, considering they've been on the field the whole half.
First down and 10 for their quarterback, Chaplin. Out of the gun. Chaplin. McCoy has it over in front of his own bench. Knocked out of bounds. He may have got to the sticks, and he did. Picks up a first down, and Widener on the move.
Yeah, Eastern brought a little pressure there. Didn't get to the quarterback. He's felt where the pressure was coming from. Goes to the other side, and obviously giving up 10 yards there is not what Eastern defense needs. Again, we talked about it before. They need to go in halftime with some momentum. They need to hold them here to score no points.
McCoy steps out of bounds. Clock stops. 1:52 remaining. First down and 10. 49-yard line of the Eagles. Chaplin, clean snap out of the gun. Taking a shot down the field. He's got an open man.
Don't do it.
But he overshoots his intended receiver, Malachi Holmes. He was open. No shot to catch the football, but he was open.
I thought our defender was going to take that late shot at the receiver, which would have resulted in a big penalty.
And that would have been a 15-yarder. And that's kind of the maturation of this team's maturing a little bit. I think last year, he would have tried to let that kid up.
He laid off.
Great job by Keita Crispina, one of the coaches that we know that's coaching the defensive backs that I'm sure is instilling all those little things for these defensive backs to learn.
Second down and 10. Football on the 49-yard line of the Eagles. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 1:47.
Could see a middle screen here.
Chaplin flushes out to Casey. Casey has met good play for Eastern as Jamari James. Casey thought he had yardage or open field in front of him, and Jamari James closed it up pretty quickly.
Nice open field tackle.
Great job there by Jamari James, who's one of their top defensive backs. And Deshaun Moody, obviously, and the others. But that's what you want, your open field tackle. And it keeps the clock going.
Gain of 1, 3rd and 9. Football on the 39 on the 48-yard line. There is a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here. With 1:18 remaining, second quarter. You're listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network with Warren Schmidt and Bernie Nowatarski. I'm Joe Krause, and great to be here on the campus of Eastern University from this beautiful stadium. And if you've not had an opportunity to come out, Warren, it is amazing, as we have talked about in our 2 visits so far to these last 2 weeks.
Well, Joe, just look at this week. They got an additional food truck. There's people along the fence outside. The food trucks are really cool. When we came in, the cheerleaders were selling baked goods, which were really good. So this is just going to be one of those things that keeps growing and growing and growing. But I'll tell you, if you have kids in the area, this is a great fan day experience to come out and bring your kids to a great game.
Good crowd on hand. The bleachers are full in front of us as we sit on the home side up in the beautiful press box behind the Eastern Eagle bench, looking at head coach Billy Crocker. It's 3rd down and 9, 48-yard line of the Eagles. Chaplin is in at quarterback. He's naked in the backfield. All receivers out. Now, Chaplin fires, and his pass is incomplete. That pass was intended to a wide-open Zach Vanskovich, and he drops it, hit him right in the hands, and it goes incomplete, and that brings up a 4th down. And for the first time, A.J. Salona, number 42 for Widener, will come out to punt the football.
And we still have a chance to put some points on the board. 1:13 with 3 timeouts left is a lot of time.
So 4th and 9. Salona handles it.
Get away, get away, get away.
Football
Elijah
bounces on the
Oh, no.
24.
No.
Elijah Knowles probably, I don't know. Coach, do you handle that?
Well,
you know what?
Football, or let it bounce and get knocked down inside the 5?
If he doesn't, that was heading towards like the 1 or 2 yard line.
Yeah.
I love that Elijah Knowles bet on himself, said, I got to make this play or this is going to go down to like the 1 yard line.
Well, let me stand up in the box. I normally broadcast from a stand position. Let me stand up in the box for this last 104. 1st down and 10, football on the... Where are we? On the 14-yard line. 104. Eagles out on offense. Stevens is now at quarterback.
Jeremiah, brilliant with the
No, it's still Brett
Brilliant
Knapp.
on the carry.
Nab is in there. Are they both in?
8 and 2.
See Nab, number 5.
I guess we're not rushing to do anything here.
You know what? They are both in there. They're both in there.
35
Oh, wait, no,
seconds. 2nd down and 2. Avrilian got 8 on the carry.
Big 1st down play there. 8 yards. That's what they need to do. They need to get those chunk yards
Yeah.
plays instead of playing behind the sticks.
I'm a little confused on the time management, but
Looks like Eastern's going to be comfortable in letting this first half come to a close as the clock is about to wind down. 2-1, and the horn will sound, and that brings the first half to a close. Your score at the half, Widener 10, the home team, the Eastern Eagles, no score. And the first half, there's a deficit, obviously, for this football team. But, Coach, before I let you get your Chick-fil-A, defense played pretty well in that first half.
yeah, I mean, they've kept them in the game. This is certainly a winnable situation. We just got to get an offense that moves down the field.
Absolutely. I mean, going into halftime, obviously, it would have been great if they could have had a little bit more time on the clock and potentially got points. But all in all, on a hot day, 10-0, and your defense is playing well, keeping you in this game. You get the offense right, it's gonna be a different half.
Halftime over here on the campus of Eastern University. Widener, the Widener Pride, they came into this game 0-1. Eastern, of course, 0-1. It is the opening game of the MAC conference for both squads. We will take a commercial break as we settle in for halftime. We'll be back in, call it 60 seconds with our halftime guest. You're listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network.
It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
Pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
Football's back, baby.
Oh,
Check
Let's
out the
get
gorgeous
Eric over
colors
there.
on that
Bernie
tree.
can go get your
I'm loving my
Chick-fil-A.
MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's
throw those
MBA
on if you
program
can.
every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year. Apply today in as little as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a
All right,
great
guys, let's
sense of
mic up.
community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Well,
Because I'm a
watch the
working
cable,
adult
bro.
and the professors were so supportive.
Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
Welcome to the Eastern University Football Halftime Show, presented by Eastern University, highly ranked by U.S. News and World Report for this academic year, with online MBA programs priced just under $10,000. Contact Eastern right now at eastern.edu. Now here's Warren Schmidt and Joe Krause. Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES.
And we're back here live on the JAKIB Sports Network halftime here on the campus of Eastern University, where Widener has a 10-0 lead, Warren, and a good in that first half before we bring in our very, very special guest joining us here, and a big announcement I believe we're going to get today. So we'll have that in a moment. So stay there with us. Just want to get a quick thought from you on that first half. I thought the Eastern Eagle defense played well enough, played great actually, in terms of how they came up with big stops when they needed to. Down 10-0, but that defense I thought played pretty well.
Joe, you're absolutely right. I mean, the defense has kept them in this game. Offense has moved the ball a little bit at first, but the defense has really come in. Also, special teams. Special teams has really been a highlight of this team, which is huge when you're a young team. You can't have special teams blunders. But I'll tell you, so Widener is 2 times national champions, right? They've won the national championship 2 times. This is one of those huge teams that always comes up big in the MAC conference. This is one of those barometer teams where at some point I want to talk to our guests about making this the Blue Route Cup or whatever we're going to call this game. But Widener's right down 476, about 20 miles. We should create a game that accentuates that. But to make it a rivalry, Eastern needs to beat them. Last year it wasn't a good showing for Eastern. One of the one games that got away from them. Today's going to be different. I know they're going to regroup at halftime and come out for a big third quarter.
Let's get our special guest in here who joins us up in the box. And I want to set the table for the listening audience to understand that the athletic director, Eric Mignelli, was in with us in the box last week and then had to rush out before we actually were able to come back out of the break and welcome everyone into the halftime show. So great to have you here. And I know, listen, as we talked about last week, Eric, everybody sees or hears the game unfold in real time. They don't have any idea what goes into getting this point. So publicly, I can say to you, well done by you and your entire team. It's just amazing.
I appreciate that. Yeah, there's so many logistical things that go into putting on a football contest. People take it for granted because they just see the end product, right? So unfortunately, I did have to run out. We had a situation with a diabetic emergency, so I went to go assist. But I think my team's done a phenomenal job. It's only going to get better. We're all about our fan engagement, our student experience. So,
well, give me some, bring the audience into what it was like after the game last week. Okay. So once the dust settled, the L was up on the board. The game was the game as it played out. But I'm curious to know, Eric, what it was like when that game was put on the shelf and it was now time to look ahead to game 2 before we look ahead to game 3.
Yeah, we spent an hour after, maybe an hour and a half, just getting this place cleaned up. And then we got to exhale, right? And then we have a meeting every Monday morning as a post-game debrief. We go over all the details, parking, concessions, apparel, lines. We want to mitigate that. So, we meet, twice a week on this, just prepping to get ready. So there's no detail we try not to touch. So,
And I'll tell you, see, proof is in the details. All the way from just have people that you would think would be a great spot to stand there in front of the fence, but it affects the people in the stands, and having people politely have people move along. Just one of those little things. But what I want to tell you, Eric, is finally we have a game with no weather issues. When I was able to walk around today and walk in the tailgate section and see some of the people that are tailgating and enjoying the pregame, it was a lot of teams, it seems like, of the other teams. How has your engagement been from the whole Eastern University student athletes, but students of their engagement with the football program?
It's been fantastic. They support one another. They understand we're a small Christian college, right? We have a small footprint, and they got to make the best of our experience, and we got to support one another. We had a worship service last night, Friday Night Lights, with all of our athletes in the gym. Some additional people came. We had over 700 people in the gym with our speaker. But when we closed out the night, I had to remind them we set tradition, we set the tempo as a department, and we got to learn how to tailgate. We got to learn how to take advantage of this for every sport, right? You bring recruits to games. Football is a big draw at the Power 5 all the way down. You make it part of your fabric of an athletic department, so everybody benefits from it, and they're learning that. So I'm glad to see them out there. I'm glad to see them doing karaoke out there and playing yard games and just doing their thing. I told them, let loose. You know, you're college students. Have fun. Like, go. I want home field advantage. I want an atmosphere. We're going to learn. We're going to get better. They're going to get better, right? You know, I want to see face paint. I want to see all that fun stuff that goes along with college football.
And you know what, Eric? And listen, you come with a big background. So you know what it is to be big. And I think Eastern, in some ways, has already reached or achieved that level or that definition of being big. It has been amazing to watch the growth of Eastern just from year one, going into year one to going into year two. Really amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, we've definitely grown. I mean, we started out when I became the athletic director. We had roughly 280 student athletes. We're closing in on 700 now.
Wow.
So we are big. Our department's grown. Our culture's great. We got great young coaches and a good mixture of very seasoned, established coaches that are the younger coaches can learn from. So, you know, it's how you define big, right? Like, we're big in numbers right now, but now I want big in atmosphere, big in culture. Think bigger than what we really are, right? I want that experience to feel it's college football. It's game day. I want to have all those things. I want TVs out there, them watching college game day like you do at every other tailgate. And I jokingly said it like last night. If we go watch the Eagles downtown, no one will need to be prepped how to tailgate.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Right. So I just want them to bring that here.
Good stuff. Well, it's funny you say that because Warren and I, on the way back from game one, when we were driving home, when we left here last week, one of the things Warren and I, in jest, not in jest, but just joking, not just in conversation, playful conversation, Warren, we should set up and do a game day at 9 a.m., a mini version, a JAKIB Media version of game day at 9 a.m. We'll clear game day by 10:30, and we'll get up in the box.
I love it.
I love actually hearing you say that. Go ahead, Warren. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
To my sits. Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready. Let's get big and red cheering. I'm in. I'll tell you, I watched that this morning. We left a little later this morning. I got the chance to see the beginning of game day, and oh my gosh. Is that just, I mean, it's just amazing what they bring. But we're all in and doing that. That's great.
You got to do me a favor, though. If we do this college game day, we better make sure that beaker head goes on after every time you pick a game.
Oh, yeah, right. Exactly.
We got to make sure.
Yeah,
right?
Coach Harvey, man. That would be crazy stuff, right?
Get our beaker head on, and let's make sure we make the right pick for the home team.
But Eric, here's one of those things, too. I mean, look at the band. Your cheerleaders are unbelievable. Your dance team. Like, all those little things that go into making you guys different. Joe and I have been at other programs. And we had your two guys, administrators, that are just unbelievable visionaries along with you and Coach Crocker. And for you guys to see this vision, I think it's just really cool because it just not everyone gets it. But for you to have that support with your administration, the school, the student body, it's just great to see.
Yeah, you look at this marching band right now, and they're just starting, right? And our goal is right now there's probably 28 of them, I think the total number is. And, you know, we want 100. I want a show in a show. Right? If you go to an HBCU game, you watch FAMU, you watch any of those marching bands, that is the show. It's the show in the show. And I would love to have that here.
We need a big drum line.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%.
Halftime here on the campus of Eastern University, where the Widener Pride have a 10-0 lead over the Eastern Eagles. We're visiting in the press box with the athletic director, Eric Nelly, who joins us. And Eric, I want to give you the microphone. We talked about a big announcement coming from you. I think it's amazing. Let me, without further ado, let me just hand it over to you and let you make an announcement that we planned to do last week. So let's get it out.
Yeah, really excited to announce our growth has not stopped. We are in the process, about to go public next month with a search for a director of wrestling. We're going to add men and women's wrestling to Eastern University with our goal to have our first competition season fall of 26.
Wow.
So we are going to go and find the right person missionally, the right fit culturally for our campus, faith fit, all of those things, a visionary that is eager to start from the ground floor, just like Billy Crocker did. And we're going to put some funds behind this. We want to be excellent in all we do. So I am super pumped about it. I think it just continues to enhance the campus. And wrestling is huge in the state of Pennsylvania and where I'm from originally in South Florida. So I am really, really excited about the sport. The opportunity, it's the fastest women's wrestling, if our listeners don't know, is the fastest growing sport in the country.
Wow. And you hit the nail on the head with the statement of wrestling being big. It is a passionate community. Listen, I went to a small DT school, Lock Haven. Lock Haven University was known for wrestling. All right. The wrestling fandom that was part of that, not only from an athletic competition standpoint, from the athletes that came there to wrestle, but the fan base as well. So congrats to you. That is amazing.
Yeah, very excited about it. You know, I've had some sidebar conversations back home in South Florida with some pretty prominent wrestling programs. South Dade's multiple-time national champion and the coaches down there, and I just hinted to it, and they said, "You just say the word," because I'll tell you what, you know, finding a good fit in a major city like Philadelphia with the faith component and what we offer in our community, you look at the diversity on our campus, people long for this.
I tell you what, I was last night, and I know you want to jump in more with a question, but it popped into my mind. I was last night on a live broadcast, and my partner on that broadcast, his son is a wrestler at Faith Christian Academy.
Yep.
And he was sharing with me how powerful of a high school faith, or not, it's not only high school, I think it's high school and grade school, but how powerful they are in wrestling. So you're on to it, my friend. It's going to be great stuff.
Yeah, really, really excited. And anything we could do to continue to grow our community, we're going to examine it, make wise decisions, make a financial plan behind it, and then aggressively pursue it. So we're very good when we start.
Warren, anything else? Last question.
I drop the mic. I just think it's great that you guys are adding programs when other universities of your size are getting rid of athletic programs. And I'm a huge believer in student athletes are more hireable. They're people that you want to get involved with the faith-based component of you know what type of kid you're going to get with an Eastern kid. I just think it's like, you guys just keep doing everything right. One of these days we'll have to say something wrong about you, Eric. I'll tell you.
I'm sure there's someone out there that will.
And I'm sure with us,
they can't knock him for South Florida. I love it in South Florida, brother.
But hey, there's nothing wrong with telling Coach Crocker, hey, you got to coach that. You got to recruit South Florida in February and March.
So, no one complains about that.
No
trip.
one complains about that. But you know what? Your university sends them to be able to do that. Just look at your roster. It's not just all kids from the Delaware Valley. It's kids from all over, and you get these kids from all different mixes and walks of life, different towns, and coming together. It says such a huge testament to Eastern and what you guys are. You can't just say your mission and not do it. You guys do it. You practice what you preach, and I just love it. And Joe and I and Bernie love being part of it, of getting it out there to as many people as we can.
Listen, you're helping us grow it. You're part of our makeup now. You're part of our fabric. I want this to be a legitimate operation. You guys bring that to us immediately. Your network is phenomenal. Your listeners are great. They're knowledgeable about the sport. So they get it. There will be growing pains. But now, if I'm sitting there and if I know Billy, he wants this one, right? And he knows it's in reach. We were self-inflicting wounds first 3 series, throws that were there that we weren't making. But defense did their job, right? You take away one little wheel route looking thing out there and got them in a scoring position. And That's okay. Those mistakes are going to happen when you got a true freshman now at corner and things like that, where they're learning, right? And it's still a process. And, but we're excited. We've got the talent. There's athleticism. There's now some experience. And what I'm hoping we see this half is that experience now lead, right? The mistakes that happen in a game should never come from your experience, guys. It's going to. They're human, right? Things happen. But you want those established players now to take the rest of the group and say, let's go. This is last night's speaker was very big on you go where your feet are pointed, right, in the direction they are. And right now I need the senior leaders and the upperclassmen to point their feet in the right direction and bring the rest of the group with them.
Well said. Eric McNally, athletic director here at Easton, our special guest. We'll let you get back to the second half. We'll take a commercial break here on the JAKIB Sports Network. Widener 10, Eastern, no score up on the board. Second half is in front of us. We'll be back in a moment.
It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
Football's back, baby.
Oh, check out the gorgeous colors on that tree.
I'm loving my MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's MBA program every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year. Apply today in as little as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive.
Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
Score and save this football season on your car insurance. Before the next game, save up to 40% on your auto insurance policy. That's right, 40% savings. Call an Audible this season and contact the Del Val Insurance Group. They're an advocate for you, not an insurance company. That means they'll get you the right coverage and save you up to 40%. Call managing partners Fran or Jim of Del Val Insurance, 215-354-0122, or score and save at dvigi.com. dvigi.com.
You're listening to Eastern University football, live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause.
And we're back here live on the campus of Eastern University, along with Warren Schmidt and the head coach, Coach Bernie Nowatarski, joining us. Coach, a couple of minutes here before the second half gets underway. Give me some coach speak from that first half. I'm curious to what Coach Billy Crocker, what he talked about or spent time on at the half.
I don't think he spent much time talking to the defense. They really played well. You look at the scoreboard and it says 10-0, but for as many times as they were on the field and how many drives Widener had, this could be 28-0. The offense just has got to get some kind of gear going forward. And the last drive that they had looked like they were really starting to move it. And they ended up 4th and 25, I think. They went backwards on penalties.
I did hear you reference in the first half when we were talking about the quarterback switch. And you like it. You think it's two different styles. You think it's good for the offense, a change up in the middle of the game. You like it.
Yeah, I'm all right with it because they're allowing them to get at least into it's not like they're switching every series. They're in there for 2 or 3 series and they get a rhythm going and you see, what the end result of the drive turns out to be. But, they both got to get the ball moving downfield.
I think also, most importantly, both players have a buy-in. They're not looking over their shoulder, like you say, Coach. You don't want your quarterback looking over his shoulder like, if I throw an incomplete pass, my coach is yanking me. That's not why they're getting yanked. They just they see different matchups. Both quarterbacks are on the same page. They both give a little bit of different look to the defense.
They have 2 different skill sets.
They have 2 different skill sets, which are both really good. They're both 2 really good young quarterbacks. And I love how Coach kind of and he's going to trust his offensive coordinator, assistant head coach, Nate Hinkle, to say, hey, which guy do you want in there? And let's run this, and, let's get some points. So 3 out. And then get some points.
And they're not so different that a defensive coordinator has to say, all right, the passer is in or the runner's in. I mean, Nab runs and passes. Sambor passes and runs. So you can't just say the runner's in or the passer's in.
First half, Widener again with 10 points in that opening half, and they will start the third quarter with possession of the football. Remember, they won the toss and then deferred. So the Eagles will have to kick off or will kick off to start the second half. You're listening across the JAKIB Sports Network. We thank everybody. Settle in a second half of football. We'll see how well Coach Crocker gets his team fired up to come out here to begin the second half as John Nolik, number 43, will boot for Eastern, set to go, and the second half is now underway. And Nolik's kick will go out of bounds to begin down around the 10-yard line. Flag comes in, not the best way to start. McCoy, number 34, watched it go out of bounds. So Widener will take over on a 1st down and 10 following the spot of the football, which will come out after the kick sails out of bounds.
Yeah, not how you want to start. I mean, John's been one of the really good special teams players, really good kickers for Eastern so far. Obviously, you didn't want to kick it out of bounds there because they have a bunch of guys that are going to go down cover. They start on the 35 now and set it down at the 20.
I'm going to go with the wind took it.
I like it.
All right, so 1st down and 10 for Widener. They are in white jerseys, white pants, the classic Widener Pride yellow helmets. And they will move from our left to right here to begin the second half. Again, 10-0 Pride. The quarterback is number 6, Jeff Chaplin. Bryce Casey, number 1, the senior running back, touches the football a lot. You'll see him and you'll hear his name called throughout the second half a lot. Chaplin likes him. Jeff Chaplin now at quarterback. Starts out in the gun. He's been there all day. 1st down and 10. Here comes number 1. That's Casey. Casey up the middle.
This is a big defensive series.
This is a big one. Absolutely. That's what you want to see your defensive tackle do. Jalen Allen in there. He's stout. Plays stout in the middle there. You got Perry Parker next to him. Logan McGowan on the outside.
2-yard gain for Casey. 2nd down and 8. Football now in the 37. They started this drive in the 35. Second play of the second half. 14:29 remaining, clock on the move. Chapman swings his pass out to Casey. That's Casey again. But again, the defense able to come up, read that play, and stop Casey for very, very short gain, if at all. And we saw that in the first half as well, Coach.
Really good defensive play. I mean, they came up, took the blockers out of the way, and get a nice open field tackle and create a long 3rd down play.
To hear Jackson Austin again coming up, that's how you want your cornerback to come up and make a play. Great job.
3rd and 7. Football on the 38-yard line. Let's see what we'll see what Chaplin can do. He's out of the gun. Casey is to his left. 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Casey again. Short pitch and catch, gets past the sticks, good for a 1st down. So Casey touches the football all 3 times to begin the second half.
Yeah, you hate to see him get a 1st down on a back out of the backfield.
Yeah, just on an easy pitch and catch for the big running back who's been the most of this offense this half. He's a load. He's tough to bring down, but they've been doing a good job with getting him down.
Needed 8. He picks up 9. 1st down and 10. Football now out to the 46-yard line of Widener. And that'll help. That'll take it back. False start against the Pride. Number 64 jumping ahead of the snap.
And that's Widener's first penalty the whole game. I will tell you, it was a different halftime down in the Widener locker room. I'm sure that they were not expecting to be in a game like this. I'm sure they came up here thinking, we'll go up 476 north and whoop these guys and then be home by 3 o'clock. They know they're in a game.
5-yard step off for the false start. Now 1st and 15. 34 is McCoy. He's to the right. Swing pass out to the outside. That's number 18 on the end of that reception.
Good job there by Devin Edwards.
Jalen Richardson, the sophomore receiver.
Cramp.
On that short completion.
Hopefully it's just a cramp there for Jamari James.
They're pushing on the toes.
Yeah, that's a good sign. But Devin Edwards, good job, number 22 from his quarterback position, coming up, keeping the receiver inside, right? Don't let him get outside and let the cavalry come in and take it from there.
Injured player on the field. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network.
It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
Pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
Football's back, baby.
Oh, check out the gorgeous colors on that tree.
I'm loving my MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's MBA program every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year. Apply today in as little as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
You're listening to Eastern University football live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause.
2nd down and 14, 12:38 remaining second half here in the, or 12:38 rather, in the third quarter. Pressure on Chaplin. He's flushed out. Pressure on Chaplin up to throw the football away. Good pressure by the Eastern Eagle defense and timely pressure.
I was just going to say, I'd like to see us get some pressure on this kid and at least two.
And out of you're not blitzing. They're just coming with force. So if they came from his defensive tackle position, great pressure.
So 3rd down and 14 as Chaplin was able to get rid of the football and toss it into his own bench. Football on the 42-yard line, 12:26 remaining.
This is where field smarts kick in. You got to know where your first down is.
Chaplin stops, fires, pass, picked off, over the middle, down the sideline, a big turnover. That's number 8 for Widener and for Eastern Eagles, and he's going to go all the way into the end zone.
Jason Bateman
picks the pass off and walks into the end zone for a touchdown. Great play by Jason Bateman, and the Eagles get what they need. The defense deserves that touchdown, and they get it.
They sure do.
Joe, you hit it right on the head. The defense deserved to score in this game, but when does that happen? Great job by the defense.
And Bateman was the one that had the pressure on the quarterback the play before.
Yep. That may be Eastern's first defensive
He missed
score.
it.
So a pick 6 for Jason Bateman to get the Eagles up on the scoreboard. Now the extra point was no good.
Wide left.
Which went wide left, 43 for Eastern. John Nolik misses that extra point. But some energy in the house. We'll keep it here as the Eastern Eagles and that defense get a pick 6 and get a touchdown up on the board. What'd you see, Coach?
He just sat where he belonged, inside waiting for a curl or a hook, and the quarterback never read him. I mean, he literally threw it right to him.
Well, Bernie said it before the play. Everyone do their job. They did, right,
yeah,
Coach? And that's the result. And
field smarts. No, what was it? 3rd and 14. Know where you belong.
Yep. And what else, Coach? All those defenders became blockers, and they blocked downfield, and it was a convoy for Bateman to get in for the score there.
It's a shame the defense has to go right back out on the field.
Right,
but
yeah, you score there, and you have to come right back out. But great job by the defense.
Don't go anywhere. Settle in. Get the popcorn. We got a good second half in front of us. 3 minutes in to the third quarter, and the Eagles are on the board with the pick 6 touchdown. 10-6 now. Widener. And the kick as McCoy goes back and fields the kick back at his 4-yard line. Now McCoy brings the football out and then they converge and close in on McCoy pretty quickly. He does get out over the 20-yard line, and that's where Widener will start. First down and 10 on this, their second possession of the half.
It's a lot better than starting on the 35.
You know what? That was a really good kick there by John Nolik. I mean, I gave him the announcer thank of jinx of how well he's been playing this year. I think that's his first extra point he gets, but that was a really good kickoff. And you know what? Coach Crocker came right out and started talking to him. And, yeah, hey, you're going to be in this game. We're going to need you. So great job by Coach.
Stopping a touchdown puts you ahead.
Chaplin now will start the offense. Short side of the field, 4 receivers. Hands the football off to McCoy, who comes the opposite way on sort of a decoy, but not much for number 34. Good play again by the Eastern defense. Bring up a second down. A yard for the running back, so second down and 9.
And, Coach, what do you think? After that pick 6, the offense has to be a little rattled. Do you think they rattled the OC too? It might be a little conservative here?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, and out of this set, they've thrown.
Second down and 9. Chaplin.
Of course, they don't this time.
Hands the football, number 25 on the carry for Widener. Wide open. Picks up good yardage. And also picks up the first down.
He picked up the first down, but I tell you, number 7, Gashawn Moody, I just love how he plays. It's always downhill. It's always hard. He hit that back pretty hard there.
25 is Dalton Weichel. They give it to him again. Here comes Weichel again. Right back to the same play. Does get positive yardage. Gets to the 35.
They sort of tentatively have moved away from the pass.
Yep. Drew Beckford in there, linebacker position. Gashawn Moody, Chris Forte.
Now Weichel goes out. The big tight end, number 81, Ian Herr, comes in. He's a big boy, 6'1", 225. Has not seen him involved in the offense that much so far. 2nd and 7, football on the 35. Chaplin gives the football to McCoy. Working the same side of the field. Stays on his feet, keeps the legs moving, gets out to the 40-yard line. Not enough for the first down. It'll bring up third down.
Well, Coach, this actually may hurt Eastern with them getting conservative and just wanting to run the ball. They got the offensive line that could
wear you down.
Nothing's worse on a defense than getting run on. This is a big play right here for Eastern defense.
Third down and 2. Football on the 40-yard line. Just under 10 to play, third quarter. 10-6. Chaplin swings out to McCoy. He has it. Are they going to stop him? They get to him. It depends on the spot. Great play for Eastern. Right at the sticks, but it looks like the spot he's going to get.
Well, you know they don't measure anymore.
Nope.
And it is good for a first down. Rosner, number 11, made a good play for Eastern.
Your outside linebackers got to know on 3rd and short, they like to use the back out.
1st and 10, football now in the 43. 9:17 remaining. Chaplin out of the gun. He's going to take a deep shot down the field. He's got an open man. He's got a receiver. That's number 7 at the end of that reception who makes the catch, Malachi Holmes. And Holmes brings it in before he steps out of bounds down at the Eastern 11-yard line.
Yeah, and that's just Widener taking advantage of a new defensive back that came in there, gave him the double move.
Yeah, all you had to do is throw it.
Yep, Anthony Rosner's dealing with some leg cramps.
1st and 10, football on the 17. 8:42 remaining, third quarter. 10-6. 25 on the carry. His third carry of the half. 25 is a freshman. That's Dalton Weichel. And again, Weichel gets that open hole on the left side of the line.
The view from up here, I could have ran through that hole.
Yeah, Andrew Campbell, the linebacker, came up and gave a good stake, but still, 5 yards down the field.
Weichel gets 9. Now here comes McCoy, same hole. Good enough. He'll pick up this first down. He needed 1, got more than that. Gets to the 8-yard line. We're down now to the 5-yard line where it'll be first down and goal right at the 8-minute mark. Third quarter, 10-6 Widener. following the Eastern Eagle touchdown off of a pick six. Widener right back knocking on the door. Chaplin in the gun. There's Casey straight up the gut. Is he going to get in? He's not. He's short of the goal line.
And coach, this is what good teams do, right?
Yeah.
Answer after, something bad happens, pick six.
Yeah, and they just
go
brought,
down and drive.
they just
long
brought their
drive.
big package in.
Yep.
Joe Krause, Warren Schmidt, and Bernie Nowatarski, the coach, broadcasting to you live from the campus of Eastern University. Chaplin under center to Casey. It looked like for a moment they were setting up for a tush push, but Casey took the handoff. The defense stands stout. Second down.
Now I do like
third down, third and goal.
From a Widener standpoint, I like that they came up, went under center, but just goose.
Yeah.
Any team, just goose your quarterback.
You just got to love the fight in this Eastern defense.
There we go. Here's the tush push.
They're going to push
now
it this time.
They're going to get him in. That's number 25 is in there from the backside. Dalton Wickle.
We're going to get hands to the face by the offense, number one.
That'd be a huge call, Coach. Let's see if this is going to be a second penalty against Widener.
Flag on the down on the field.
No one signaled touchdown.
I think they're moving him back.
I think if you're going to do the push, I think you got to practice the tush push. And I'm not saying Widener doesn't practice the tush push, but that didn't look like they practiced the tush push.
It was a little different. I would have moved the third guy back there.
And now Widener, try and sort this out for you. Hold on. Let's see what we got.
Who signaled that?
That's a 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kicker.
I had the right call, just the wrong team.
Right.
So it is after all that.
But they never said it was a touchdown.
I didn't see one.
That's the rub right there with these officials.
So Widener gets a touchdown. Patterson will come in for the extra point. 16-6. The extra point from Ryan Patterson is up, and it is good. So at the 6:44 mark of the third quarter, it is now Widener 17 and the Eastern Eagles 6. And remember, on the ensuing kickoff, that 15-yard penalty will be marked off. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Eastern Eagles football across the JAKIB Sports Network.
They threw
We
another.
all know that taxes are just part of life. It's true during our working years, but also in retirement. But what you might not know is up to 85% of your Social Security benefits might be taxed. Our team at Thrive Financial has helped retire thousands of people across the Delaware Valley by asking questions they never knew they needed to ask, including how their Social Security benefits might be taxed. It's time to be proactive on taxes. Get your Thrive Retirement Tax Playbook today.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
And we're back here live on the campus of Eastern University. Joe Krause, along with my partner Warren Schmidt and Coach B, Bernie Nowatarski. 6 minutes and 44 seconds to play here in the third quarter. It was a pick six for Eastern that got this team up on the scoreboard, Coach. But then Widener came right back in the ensuing possession, and they were able to score and put up a touchdown.
Widener answered pretty fast, and part of that is our defense being right back on the field. I mean, they've been on the field a long time. Now, I don't know if you guys caught it, but they threw another flag on the extra point.
They called it roughing the kicker. It looks more like an embellishment than a roughing the kicker, but
I mean, if I was Widener right now, I'd kick an onside kick.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Patterson is going to line up to kick this football from the 45-yard line of Eastern, following the double step off, I guess.
Yep, I'd kick an onside kick right here.
We'll see what they do. Patterson does not and sails the football out of the end zone. So Eastern escapes and starts over and starts out in this possession, first down.
What does it come out to the 25?
Yeah, that's a break there for for Eastern there.
Squibbit,
I would just push it down there. You got your guys right there.
Yeah.
But hey, that's,
So first down and 10 for the Eastern Eagles. This offense led by their quarterback, number 5, Brett Knabb. They trail by 11, 17-6. 6:44 remaining, third quarter. They go from right to left. Knabb is in at quarterback. Knabb, swing pass outside. He's got a good receiver. Smith gets positive yardage, crosses the 30-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Number 2, Nasik Smith on the short end of that pitch and catch, but gets good positive yardage. It'll bring up a second down. 7 for Nasik on that reception. So call it second down and 3 from the 25.
Yeah, you need your offense to
Or from
answer
the 32, rather. They started at the 25.
I like that first down play, and I like getting Nasik Smith involved in the offense. Need to get Swinton involved now.
Second and 3, 6:14. Here comes Aurelio. Nope. Knabb keeps it. Fools everybody, including me. Gets a block. 35-yard line. Out at over the 38-yard line. Steps out of bounds in front of his coach and picked up a first down. It'll be a first down and 10. That's that dual threat in Brett Knabb. He'll take it often when it's there, and he'll get a positive play out of it.
He usually gets positive plays, and I'll tell you, he doesn't like going out of bounds. And he's definitely very deceptive. You don't know where the ball's going, and he's what you want a quarterback and a team captain. One of the leaders of his team. He's definitely a gamer.
Yeah, that was a heck of a ball fake that time. It looked like the running back had the ball.
Jury
had him in his hands. Yep.
So first and 10. Football now on the 40. Here comes Knabb. Knabb's back to Swinton. Now Swinton cuts up. He does get a yard. Eddie Swinton on the end of that short pitch and catch. So second and 9. Football on the 41. 5:15 remaining. Thanks everyone for tuning in, listening, watching, and consuming today's football game. Game 2, first game of the MAC conference. We'll be with you all season long. If you're watching or listening on YouTube today, we thank you very much for being out there and listening to us. Anything we can do to improve the broadcast, leave us a comment in the comments. We'll listen to them and review all comments from all of our fans, from the fans of Eastern, not our fans. There we go. Now Brett Knabb. Pass is complete. That's Elijah Knowles. And he picks up another first down. Eastern offense on the move. First down and 10. 4:35 remaining here in the third quarter. 17-6.
That's one of those calls coaches been telling them to do all day. Get that void in the middle there. Elijah Knowles, good safe pitch and catch between Brett Knabb and Elijah Knowles. Great play. Good first down there for this Eastern University offense.
I like the slip screen that they ran the play before to Swinton, but I like him better on the wide side than the short.
First and 10 on the 43-yard line of the Pride. And Eastern takes a timeout. We'll keep it here, and we thank everybody for being with us. Let's go to the coach. Coach B, 4:07 remaining here in the third quarter. It's first down and 10. Football on the Pride 43. I don't know. Would you say this is the first time in the game today that the offense is moving the football?
Now keep moving it. I mean, you're working pass, you're working run. Take what they give you and move down. A score here puts you right back in it. If you go for 2, you're down 3. You need your offense to now answer the call.
Plus the checks another box. Look where the defense is. They're actually sitting down, getting some Gatorade and getting the cold towels on their heads and getting a chance to, because they've been playing really well. So to have the defense on the sidelines is a big plus. Start wearing out Widener's big guys and Widener's defense. But the offense, you know what? Great time out there by Coach Crocker. If they don't have the play that they want to have in here, this is an important drive. They need to get the right play call. I think the play call's been really good. I'm glad they're getting Swinton involved in this offense right here because he had some great catches last week. And then obviously Nasik Smith, big play receiver as well. And then Elijah Knowles making those tough catches in the middle.
You'll see 48 lined up to the right of the quarterback. That's Curry. Now Knabb, he's under pressure. Oh, no. Flips the football. That's a loose football, but it is blowing dead. It'll fall incomplete. Second down. It thought for a moment there that was not going to be the call.
No, they're going to want a grounding.
His arm was moving forward, I thought.
Yeah, there's no question. They're not going to give him the ball. They're trying to go for grounding.
It's outside the box, right?
He was outside the box.
He's outside
and
the
there was
tackle
the
box.
receiver yeah. That was actually good. That's what
I think they had set up a
coach. Is that a 15-yard difference right there?
Yeah,
Brett?
easy. I think they were setting up a bootleg screen.
Yep. Good job though by Brett to try to finish that play. And
yeah, the last thing you want to do is take a sack back on the 40.
Yes.
All right, here we go. 2nd down, 10, football on the 43-yard line. 3:59 remaining.
Love it.
2 running backs in the backfield for the first time this season. Nab keeps the football. Run up out of bounds by Widener, and that's going to bring in the flag.
You know what? That might even be targeting because he came in with his helmet. I think they're just going
to. You know what you love, Coach? What did Brett do?
Got
Popped right up, flipped the ball to the ref, and ran into the huddle. Great job.
They're going to go late hit, but he led with his helmet.
So if they review this actually lets the offense regroup a little bit. If they're going to review this,
and it lets the defense and our defense resting.
This is almost like a timeout.
Yep.
This could work out really well for Eastern. Again, they need to take advantage of these small little things and these breaks.
If they're talking about this,
let's get the call.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 10 on the defense. 15 yards on the end of the run.
All right. I still think it was targeting.
So 15 yards.
They just moved
at the end of the run.
Coach Rocker's trying to get it here.
The refs just moved from a D- to a D.
And now Eastern will start 1st and 10 on the 22-yard line of the Pride. 17-6, 3:52 remaining, 3rd quarter. Right to left for the Eagles. Nab out of the gun. Looking, fires over the middle. He's got his open receiver, and he had him momentarily as Isaiah Guy Burton had it, and then Bruton had it, and then dropped it. 2nd down.
It's a good football play on the defender part. Good throw, good route.
Or was that Elijah Knowles? I'm sorry. That was Elijah Knowles.
Yeah. I think if Elijah looks at that at game tape, he might try to say, I got to come back for the ball a little bit. But you know what? The defensive back just made a great break on the ball and separated the ball from Elijah.
And that was the first time we've had a straight drop back, and he had time.
2nd down, now 10. Let's see what he does. Nab, got to get fake to Aurelian. Smith has the football, stays on his feet, makes a member of Widener miss. Not much for Smith. I don't know if he got a yard or not. I guess give him a yard to the 21, call it 3rd and 9. A lot of movement for 1.
This is where I really like a tight end.
Three minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Eagles on the move. Nab, low snap, pass complete, short of the line to gain.
Okay,
that's Isaiah Gray Bruton.
What's the decision, Coach?
I go for it.
Yeah, I think they're going to get the field goal here.
And John Nolick, number 43, makes his way out to attempt a field goal with 2:35 on the clock, 3rd quarter. See if John could punch it through. Snap. Hold, kick, up, kick is
wide left.
Good.
Same spot.
Same spot as the extra point. So Nolick cannot convert, and the drive stalls, and Widener will take over. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Eastern Eagle Football across the JAKIB Sports Radio Network.
I get scared sometimes.
Of a lot of things.
Dreaming.
Decisions.
The dark.
The dark.
But I once heard someone say,
But as I always say,
it's okay to be afraid
as long as you face the fear.
and keep moving forward.
Wherever you are in life, count on the name trusted in insurance for over 80 years. Independence Blue Cross.
And back here up in the box on the campus of Eastern University, Joe Krause along with my partner Warren Schmidt and the Coach B, Coach Bernie Nowatarski. Good drive, Bern. I think we spoke too soon on that offense moving the football, because after that penalty, the drive stalled quickly.
Yeah.
So they got a big 15-yard after the nab run, and then the drive stalled.
It's like taking your aunt to the prom. You get nothing out of it. Man, you got to move down the field and at least work. I'd have gone for it.
Second down, 9, 2-minute mark, third quarter. Jeff Chaplin is the quarterback for the Pride. Here comes Casey with the football, right side, positive yardage, bangs his way out to the 35-yard line. Gain of 5, call it third down and 5 from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he's a hard runner. He's a tough matchup. As the game progresses and they wear down this defense, he's going to get tougher and tougher to tackle.
Can the defense come up with a big stop here? Chaplin. Do they put pressure on him? They do. They flush him outside. Now Chaplin rolling under pressure. He sails a football down, and the pass is incomplete, but the flag comes in, intended for Hostetter, number 13, who made his way back to the football, but it is an appropriate call there, Coach.
You could see the shirt being pulled from here.
Well, those, as a defensive back, those are the toughest to defend. When it's an underthrown ball, severely underthrown, and the receiver's coming back to the ball, your natural instinct for DB is to grab them. Just again, they're just so close, Coach. I mean, so close to getting that sack there. Changes everything. He doesn't get the ball out. He just heaves it up there on a prayer, and they get the penalty. So
I don't know. I don't know how many corners we have, but they're throwing everyone in that they can.
Yep.
First down and 10. 1 minute remaining. Third quarter. 17-6. Widener on their own 40-yard line, moving left to right. Chaplin at quarterback. Out of the gun.
Offsides.
Eastern jumps offside. Casey keeps the football and gets out close to midfield. Hard runner, Bryce Casey.
They'll decline that.
Yep. Deshaun Moody again for another tackle. I don't know how many tackles he has, but it's always starts with A, and that's a lot. He is
all over the field.
He is all over the field. He's just such a fun player to watch. I mean, I love this whole defense, but number 7, he's just a little bit different. He's just all over the field making plays. One of the emotional captains, him and Logan McGowan of this defense.
Casey actually got 11 on that play. Good for the first down and 10. Here comes McCoy now. McCoy over to the 45, still moving his legs,
Ball's
still
out.
on his feet. Football out. McCoy running hard with the football.
That should do the quarter unless they're going to try and get another play off.
7 on that carry, so second down and 3. And Widener will not snap the football in the third quarter, is going to come to a close. And your score after 3 quarters of football here across the JAKIB Sports Network, the Widener Pride 17, the Eastern Eagles 6. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Back with the fourth quarter. Back in a moment.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive.
Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu. It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
Pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
Football's back, baby.
Oh, check out the gorgeous colors on that tree.
I'm loving my MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's MBA program every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year. Apply today in as little as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
You're listening to Eastern University football live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause. Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES.
And back here live as the fourth quarter gets underway. You're listening across the JAKIB Sports Network. Widener has possession of the football, and they are moving our right to left, close to the sticks. It'll bring up a third down. They got 2 on the carry, so it'll make it 3rd and 1 from the Eastern 40. 25 in the backfield is Wickel.
They're slowly but surely wearing our D down.
Yeah, and they're trying to rotate guys in, but you know, how many guys can they rotate in and they go quick count? And
we were offsides.
As too many
Flag
guys
comes
on the
in
field.
on the tush push. Football's out. Eastern saying they have it.
Well, even if we do,
it doesn't matter. I guess we'll not get to that. Also an Eastern player down. Is the tush push more complicated, Coach, than it looks?
well, both teams were offsides. They didn't call that.
But Joe, to your point, it is because it's not illegal. The Eagles do it really well. I talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, the guys that play up Broad and Patterson. But if everyone could do it, everyone would do it on those short yards, and they just can't because you're right. It's not. You have to have the guys in the middle there that's going to provide that push.
17-6. Widener. 14-16 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Try and get you a number for the injured player. We are in the middle of what is an injury timeout.
It's another calf cramp.
And while there's a player down on the field, we will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to JAKIB Sports. Back in a moment.
I get scared sometimes.
Of a lot of things.
Joining in.
Decisions.
The dark.
Dark.
But I once heard someone say,
But as I always say,
it's okay to be afraid
as long as you face the fear.
and keep moving forward.
Wherever you are in life, count on the name trusted in insurance for over 80 years. Independence Blue Cross.
We'll replay 3rd down.
And back here live on the campus of Eastern University. After all
What did
that,
they
it's
call?
a replay of a 3rd down. I was just going to ask you,
Why?
Coach, what do they call?
You can't do a replay. It's got to be a penalty. There's no do-overs. There's got to be.
The
It's got to be a
officials were
penalty.
gathered for a long time during that timeout.
I mean, if you're replaying 3rd down, it's got to go back 5.
Right, then that means they did something. Widener did something wrong, and it was this back official called it. I thought it was too many men on the field because Eastern was trying to get
Somebody
guys
off and on. But
but that wasn't the call.
But you can't. I mean, it can't be 3rd and a half yard.
No, because there's no that just like Dan Mal just yelled over. Like there's no do-overs. It's either a penalty or not.
Somebody jump. Oh my God.
I guess this officiating crew has the first do-over I've ever seen.
Well, it's 3rd and 1 after that consultation. Chaplin at quarterback, standing on the 45-yard line of the Eagles. Here we go. Chaplin, pass, complete, fires over in front of his own bench. The number 82.
They're back to a D minus.
Devin Ahman, the backup or the receiver tight end. Devin Ahman, good for the first down and 10. Boy, that was strange.
I've never seen that ever. But with this officiating crew, we've seen a couple things we've never seen.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Here comes Casey up the gut. Gashawn Moody again meets Casey. Boy, I love watching Gashawn Moody play football.
Krause, I love your Gashawn Moody voice. That's it. You got to change your voice inflection when he makes a tackle, because he is flying around, and this whole defense is. But that number 7 just moves a little differently. I love to see him come up and make plays.
We've got at least 2 corners that are working calf cramps out.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Pride. Chaplin in front of the Eastern bench. Did he get it or no?
The back judge is saying no.
He's saying out of bounds. Come on.
That's Ahmed again.
How did this linesman miss it? Who's right there, and the back judge gets it?
I don't want
to get going.
I don't know. They're at a D minus regardless.
Incomplete or not?
Incomplete.
Ruled incomplete. 3rd and 8.
Unless, of course, they're going to give him a do-over.
13:03 remaining, 17-6 Pride. Would love to see the Eagles get a stop here.
Back out of the backfield. Time down to
right side.
They have to wait the timeout.
And they call a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here, Coach.
They were down to 2 seconds on the time clock, and they weren't set up yet.
Is this a 3rd and 4th, or does a big stop here get them?
I don't know what kind of kicker Widener has. I mean,
the freshman. No, he's a senior, rather. Ryan Patterson.
I mean, even
I'll tell you right now,
35 would be at least.
Mike Baraniak, who took over for Mike Kelly, one of the youngest coaches back when he took over for Mike Kelly, has really kept Widener as one of the top programs. I'll tell you right now, if Eastern stops them right now, he is punting the ball. He is. There's no way he's going for it.
It puts him
3rd and 4th and very short,
where they could get him to jump. You'd make your offense have to go 80, 90 yards then.
Following the timeout,
they'd like to back out in this situation.
8. Football on the 33-yard line of the Eagles. 6 is Jeff Chaplin. He's the quarterback. Casey will line up to his left. 3 receiver set. Fires pass complete over the middle. Pass is complete. As Vanskovich made the reception, football came out, and Eastern recovers. And does Moody get it? Gashawn Moody recovers the football.
How not to give up on the play.
Just like Coach said, no one gave up on the play. They gave up a big chunk yardage, big first down.
Call Vic Fangio. William Warren after this game, because Sean is all over the field.
But that's, when they're breaking down tape and they watch this defense bend but not break, they make a play, force a fumble, almost made a bonehead play of trying to pick it up.
Yep.
In that instance, just do your job and drop on the ball. Gashawn Moody did that. Great job by the defense.
Changing quarterback.
First down and 10. Now Sabor Stevens. He's in at quarterback. Stevens, pass, complete. Eddie Swinton.
Love the call.
Great job by Nate Hinkle there.
Good to move the sticks, first down.
Bring Sabor Stevens in and immediately get him to get the ball to Eddie Swinton.
When Swinton's in the game, the offense is moving.
Yep.
First and 10. Now out to the 18-yard line. 12 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. Sabor Stevens, number 7, now at quarterback. High snap, handles the football. Sabor again, pass fires, but he skips it in and is incomplete. Again, Eddie Switten was the intended receiver, but no shot. That football bounced before it made it to Switten.
Yeah, it's a shame because he was in the hole of the zone.
He was definitely up. I'll tell you, Eddie Swinton last week really showed me something. He was making some really tough contested catches. I know he likes getting the ball on the outside there and running down the sideline for a touchdown. But last week, Eddie Swinton made the tough catches across the middle. He's going to need to do that when he's in.
It should be a 4-man rush.
Gibson will line up to the right of Stevens. Pressure, gets it off. Football is open. Pass is complete. That's Dan Foy. And once again, on a conversion, although that was a first down, Foy comes up with a big catch, gets good yardage, and moves the stick, finds the opening in the seam, and it's first down and 10 out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
Great route by Dan Foy.
Yeah, Widener came with no pressure and dropped everyone back into a zone. He just found the hole in the middle.
First and 10 out to the 39-yard line, 11:33 remaining. Sabor Stevens, the quarterback, leading the drive.
No pressure again.
Stevens, quick snap, punch, fire, pass complete. Devon Johnson on the end of that pass. Good for 7, 2nd and 3.
And Dan Foy played for Widener last year, so he's playing against all his buddies. That must be pretty cool when you make some plays, right, Coach?
This game, yeah.
Your former teammates.
And this game is certainly a lot different than last year's.
Yep.
Football on the 47-yard line. 10:50 to play. Stevens is slinging it. Looking. He's got an open receiver. He has him. 25 as Chris Rivera was the intended receiver, but no shot sailed over his head and out of bounds.
All right, now just have one of the receivers run a little 5-yard comeback. Get the first down and move the sticks.
Right.
Bring up third down, 3rd and 2.
And to me, no matter what happens on the play, 4th down, I'm going for it.
So you're right, Coach. On this play, just do a 4-yard hitch, get the first down.
They're sitting back in zone.
4 yards right in front of us.
Run them off hard and come back.
Here we go. 10:45, 43. Snap to Stevens. Pass fires incomplete behind. Elijah Knowles was open, but it was way behind. No shot to bring it in. It'll bring up a 4th down.
And he just jammed all his fingers.
Sabor just missed the last 2 throws. He had guys open. But you know what? When you're a gunslinger, all it matters is if you come up with a big one. And he's got Foy out here.
4th and 2. Football on the 47.
Swing your back out.
I don't think he got it, did he?
No, not even close. He lost a yard.
There is a flag down. I don't like the call on 4th down.
Let's see if Eastern's going to get a big break, and maybe Widener did something stupid after the play.
Their defense is staying out.
The offense is staying out.
Go down and get the call.
This could be a big break here for Eastern.
Don't be dead ball.
I think it's on this.
So it's it's a dead ball.
Field mic is not working, so
dead ball, roughing.
But possession, Widener.
Yeah, after the play.
So the stop stands. The defense comes out. Dead ball foul against Widener. They step off, and then Widener comes out first down and 10 on the 38-yard line, on the Widener 38-yard line, 10:33 remaining in this football game. Widener now back in possession of the football. That's Chaplin. Pass complete over in front of his own bench.
Had to turn his head.
Malachi Holmes makes the catch. 1st and 10. They move the sticks to the 45-yard line of Eastern.
Yeah, it was just a good pitch and catch on first down. Seaver came back, got the ball. Big first down there for Widener.
He was in great position, just didn't turn his head.
Yep.
$9:50 remaining. 1st down and 10. Football on the 45-yard line. Here comes Casey. There goes Casey. 45 to the 40-yard line. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
Deshaun Moody in there for another tackle. But, every time he's getting to the second layer. When Deshaun Moody's making tackles, he's playing back there from that safety position. It's 5 yards down the field.
Don't forget this Thursday with the coaches show. Coach Billy Crocker will join Joe Krause and Warren Schmidt. We'll talk about this game against the Widener Pride, and we'll look ahead to next week's opponent. That's every Thursday across the JAKIB Sports Network. Now 2nd down and 6, football on the 41. Chaplin in at quarterback. He stands in the gun at his own 45. Here comes McCoy. Now McCoy, good stop.
Holding.
Flag down. McCoy unable to get that burst of speed going. We'll wait for the call. And now there's a timeout, an injured Eastern Eagle player down.
We're not sure what number that is, but he actually made a good play on that.
It looked like 4.
A flag down, Coach?
Yes, I'm thinking it's going to be holding.
If it's 4, that's Drew Beckford, linebacker. Made a really good play on that.
10-yard step off against Widener. We're not going to be able to get the actual call as the referees field mic may have run out of juice.
Good to see Drew Beckford running off under his own power. He's played really well today at that linebacker position.
So it'll come out 2nd down and 15. The football now back on the other side of midfield on the 49-yard line of the Pride.
That was
8:57 remaining. Go ahead, Coach.
That wasn't a light cramp for him. I suspect he'll be back in the next play or two. He just took a shot in and around the stomach area.
Yep, I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. This is where the defense, we're sounding like a broken record, but the defense needs to come, get 2 stops right here, get the ball back for the offense.
17-6, 8:40 remaining. Clock on the move. You're listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network. 2nd down and 15.
Widener's already working the clock, which tells you they are particularly worried.
Yes. Chaplin hands the football off to number 25. 25 on the carry is Wickle.
Too much on the run.
Yeah, Deshaun Moody, Sam Shell on the tackle, but
big hole.
15 yards downfield.
2nd and 15 to now 3rd and 4 after Wickle gets 11. Back into Eastern territory. Football on the 39-yard line. 3rd and 4. 7:40 remaining. Chaplin working the clock. Out of the gun. Handles the snap. Takes a shot down the sideline. Incomplete. Pass intended for number 13.
Good coverage
Hostetter, and that looked false, incomplete. He was looking for a call, not going to get one there.
Nope. Anthony Rosner had good coverage on that turn.
They were both pushing on each other.
That was just
a good no
fighting.
call.
Good no, exactly, Coach. Good no call. Let the kids decide the game, not the officials.
A.J. Salona, number 42, will come in for Widener on a 4th and 4 to punt the football.
Well, a high snap here would be wonderful.
9 is Elijah Knowles. He's standing back to 7. Big, high, booming kick. Knowles is going to let it sail into the end zone, which it does, and we'll have a touchback, and the Eastern Eagles will start in possession of the football with 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the contest. It is 17 for Widener and Eastern 6. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Eastern Eagles football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Back in a moment.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive.
Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at
Nice play.
eastern.edu.
And back here live on the JAKIB Sports Network, first down and 10. And on the first down snap to Sabor Stevens, who is again in at quarterback, they convert and get a big first down. So they move the sticks on the first and 10 on the first and 10 of the drive.
Yeah, real nice little play. Just dump it to the back. He made a really nice run, broke a tackle, and now is down. I don't see him playing with the legs for calf.
He's over in front of the Widener Pride bench. 7:08 remaining, Coach, here in this game. This drive has to result in points.
Any kind of points.
And the coach's point on that last drive by Widener, Coach, you're right. They know they're in a game. They're trying to shorten this game. They let that clock run down to 2-3 seconds at every play clock on that. So you're hoping that tightness transfers to this defense, because I'm telling you right now, they were not thinking they'd be in a game when they drive back down 476 to back down to Chester. Great job by Eastern. This is still a game. Can't let it get away. But they need to get some points here.
You know, and if we
get a touchdown here,
and if we go down and score and make it and go for 2 and make it 17-14 and time runs out, they sure as heck didn't think they were going to be in a 3-point game.
Number 3 of Brilliant makes his way to the sideline. First and 10, 35-yard line. Sabor Stevens, naked backfield. Looks, takes an open shot downfield. Incomplete. His pass was intended for Guy Bruton, but no shot. Sailed way over his head.
I wasn't really sure what he was looking at.
Elijah Knowles. I keep mixing up 8 and 9. Elijah Knowles, I'm sorry, on that intent was the intended receiver on that Sabor pass.
Yeah, Sabor needs to settle himself down here. Go through his progressions. He has a little bit of time to throw here. And pick the right guy, because guys are getting open. He needs to make a completion here.
2nd and 10. 7 minutes remaining. Stevens out of the gun. Swing pass. Nothing.
You got to
there.
make a move on that.
Yeah,
somebody in the stands agrees with me.
Yep, someone finally agrees with Coach up here. But yeah, when you're one-on-one with a DB, you got to make a move and make him. You just can't run into him like that. But again, this is one of those big plays here that Eastern needs to dial up. Nate Hinkle needs to dial up a really good play here on 3rd and 12. Get a big first down and keep this drive moving.
Gibson lost a couple of yards, so 3rd and 12 from the 33. Number 7, Sabor Stevens. In control. Snap, time, fires, misses his man, picked off, incomplete, picked off by Widener, and a touchdown saving tackle by Gibson. And that's the end of that drive.
Just a bad read.
Yeah, bad read, bad throw. But, this is what the unfortunate part of this is. If Widener goes in and scores and, this score gets a little out of hand at the end here, it's not going to be indicative of how this game was played. And that's, when people just read the box score, that's what the shame is, because these kids are battling. It's just great to see what Eastern does, and what this defense has been doing all day on a hot day. The offense just hasn't come.
The offense has to mature.
The offense needs, and they take longer, as you know, Coach.
Yep.
So 1st and goal.
There's
Jeff
certainly
Chaplin and the offense. Widener knocking on the door with the turnover. Here comes Casey. There goes Casey up the gut, not untouched, but into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Widener. One play, 5-yard run, touchdown. Bryce Casey. Not a flag down, is there?
Now, some of those offensive linemen are doing a couple things just to, again, I think these two schools are both going after the same players, and some of these guys know each other and have played against each other in high school, and that makes for a chippy game. It makes for a rivalry game at some point here.
Yep.
87 is Ryan Pattison. His extra point after the Casey touchdown is good. And Widener now extends their lead with 5:58 remaining. Widener 24, Eastern 6. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Eastern Eagles football across the JAKIB Sports Network.
It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
Pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
Football's back, baby.
Oh, check out the gorgeous colors on that tree.
I'm loving my MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's MBA program every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year. Apply today in as little as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
Just our halftime guest today, the athletic director here at Eastern University. Big announcement about women's and men's wrestling coming to Eastern University. So excited about that. They're going to do it right. The search is going to begin with an anticipated start in 2025. So very big news from the campus of Eastern University today.
Hey, as we always say, Eastern adds sports, other teams drop them. And that's what makes the Eastern University difference here is their student athletes and how they've grown. I mean, what did Eric say that when they started, there's 300 or 200, and now there's over 700 student athletes at Eastern. Just great work by this university and the administration.
25, Chris Rivera was back deep to receive. Watch the Widener kick go out of bounds. So they'll come out and start 1st and 10 out to the 35-yard line. Brett Knabb is now back in at quarterback. 24-6 Widener, 5:58 to play. You're listening to Eastern Eagles football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Thanks, everyone, for being with us on this Saturday afternoon. Here comes Aurelion, and he's up to midfield. And Jeremiah with a good run. Remember, he walked off in that last possession and then gets a good gain on the first down carry. Good to move the sticks. 1st down and 10 out to the 49-yard line.
I think he just had the wind knocked out of him.
That's just great to see. And that's exactly what you want a running back to do after you get the wind knocked out. You come back and bust off the big chunk yards.
Now Knabb takes a shot down the middle of the field. He's got his man. His pass is complete. That's Devin Johnson, number 16. Good for a 1st down and more. Clock on the move, 5:14.
Good job there with Brett. Settling in the pocket. Don't get happy feet. He doesn't have happy feet in there. Go through your progressions. Hit the right read. Great play.
Our offense has to find a way to manufacture points.
Knabb gets him up to the line quickly. Snap already in his hand. Now he's flushed out. Now he tucks the football. Now he's going to keep the football. He's going to stay on his feet and get on the sideline. He goes out of bounds. Flag comes in.
They're going to say that was a undefenseless block.
So, Bernie, they did not have that rule when you and I played.
No.
And that's a terrible football rule. That was a great block. He got in front of the kid. But I guess the letter of the law, that's the new football now.
I don't think, to me, it didn't look like he came back at him.
A good carry by Nab, who was flushed out of the pocket. There is an injured player
I think
down
what
on
they're
the
gonna call
field.
it a crackback block. You can't come back and get someone pursuing even.
Personal foul. Illegal blind side block. Number 16 in the offense. 15 yards from the spot of foul. First down.
16 is Devin Johnson.
I thought it was a good block.
Well, in the film room, they're going to say, "Hey, that was a good block." In the Eastern film room, they're going to say it's a good block.
We'll ask Coach on Thursday on the JAKIB Sports Network. Don't forget Coach Billy Crocker every week, Thursdays across the JAKIB Sports Network, one-on-one with Billy Crocker as we dissect and look at the game played, and we look ahead to next week where we will be right back here, Warren, next Saturday. Warren and Coach. Game 3, the third game on the season, all first 3 being played all at home. Lebanon Valley comes into the main line. That game is next Saturday right here across the JAKIB Sports Network. We will be live at noon, kickoff at 12:05.
Yeah, it's gonna be that's gonna be another good matchup. I mean, there's no free lunch in the MAC conference. Lev Val was another one of those teams last year that really got the best of Eastern. There's only those 2 games. It was Widener and Lev Val. But, as Coach just said, I think it's really important for this offense to get not a field goal, but a touchdown here on this drive. It's all about what Coach Crocker, when he talked to you, Joe, on Thursday, it's all about building something. And here, Coach can get his 2 seconds in here about this block.
Yeah. So my 9th grade grandson is the backup quarterback for the varsity. And this past week, he broke out of the pocket, got down to about the 4-yard line, and hurdled. They threw the flag, and everyone's like asking, you can't hurdle in high school. He didn't know.
Oh my goodness.
So same thing there. To me, that block was a good block. I didn't think he came back.
First down, 10, 43-yard line. Nab pass,
That's a nice
fires,
play.
pass is complete. Downfield. Elijah Knowles out of bounds.
It's a good football.
Got it
You know
all
what?
back and moved the sticks.
Before the game, I was talking to Elijah and Brett Nab. They were warming up, and I'll tell you, that's what you want to see in your receiver. That's what a receiver wants to see in a quarterback. Get me the ball. And how about those tough yak yards there by Elijah Knowles? Great job, kid.
Right now, he's not forcing the ball to where it's covered.
First and 10, down on the 20. Nab fires across the
Touchdown.
middle into the end zone. He's got him. Touchdown to 25 is Chris Rivera in the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern.
Coach, exactly what you drew up, right? We
Yeah.
had a game here.
I would go for 2, but
I think they're going to go for 2.
unless you want to give this kid confidence to kick one through.
It's 24-12, 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Great shot from Brett Nab to Chris Rivera. Nolik in for the extra point. Down, kick, up, kick is good. So he converts and gets point number 13. So 24-13 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. You're listening to Eastern University football on the JAKIB Sports Network.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive.
Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
You're listening to Eastern University football, live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause.
I'm back here live, boys. 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining.
Well, unless
Following the Rivera touchdown, 24-13. What do you say, Coach?
Unless we convert an onside kick here, I don't know how we get 2 more possessions to to score.
Yeah, I think they're going to need to get one of these kicks, but just great job by the offense responding and getting points there.
Nolik will kick. Pooches the football out of bounds, but you don't want to do that.
No.
And if it went out before the 30, then they mark it where it went out.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be at the 35, I think. Great to see, though, John put that through the uprights for that extra point, obviously, because it's, you need to have a confident kicker. They have a confident punter now. But right now, they have a very confident defense. Defense really needs to try to shut these guys down here.
And you have to suspect Widener's going to do anything here but run.
What? Right.
And we only have the 2 timeouts left.
Widener's going to let the clock run down every time. They need to get a 3 and out here, but you're going to have to stop this kid number 1.
Yeah.
That's what just stack the box. They're not throwing it here.
Widener in possession of the football. 1st down and 10. Football on their own 35. They're moving right to left. Here comes Casey, number 1. Cuts back up inside the tackle. Picks up 4. So call it 2nd down and 6. Under 4. 3:55 clock on the move. And you can bet Widener's going to chew up every second of that play clock.
They're definitely going to let it run down all the way. Obviously, number 1 is a tough matchup. Linebackers need to come up. Andrew Campbell, Chris Forte, Drew Beckford, Sam Shell has been in there. Jason Bateman, Ronald Jones. Those linebackers need to come up and try to make a play and help this defensive line.
2nd and 6, football on the 39. Here comes Wickle, number 25, and Wickle goes straight up. Not much there for Wickle. Bring up a 3rd down. The Eastern takes a timeout to stop the clock. We'll keep it here. 3 minutes, 18 seconds. 24-13, 3rd down and 6.
This is one of those 1 to 5 to 6 plays that makes the difference in a game.
Absolutely. This is one of those plays that they'll mark on their sheet. Is this going to be a plus or a minus?
I don't want to say a 1st down ends it, but 1st down makes it really difficult with 1 timeout left.
Don't forget, coming up on the JAKIB Sports Network on Monday night, it's the JAKIB Sports Eagles pregame show on Monday night. And then as the Eagles come home to host Atlanta, Xander Krause, John McMullen, Big Dan Cilio, and then the Eagles postgame show on the JAKIB Sports Network following the Monday night home game against Atlanta. Nick Foles will be in the building at the link on Monday night. 3 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. 3rd down and 4. 24-13 Widener in a game that you can say, Coach B, the defense did its job. Forget the 24. I think the defense did its job.
They really did. Well, and I mean, I don't even know that they actually gave the 24 up.
Chaplin gives the football to Casey.
It's a big stop.
Big stop there. Not much there for Casey.
Casey with the carry.
He's carried a lot of the load today.
Jeremy Brooks.
So what's great about that? That was Jeremy Brooks. Last year against Widener, he was taken away in an ambulance with a broken leg. Great job there by Jeremy Brooks. Great job of perseverance, of working your tail off to get back out in the field. I'm sure he had this game circled. Great play there, Jeremy Brooks. Great job. Big part of this defense.
We just took our last time out.
So 3-12.
I'd go after this punt.
Widener will punt the football on a 4th and 3. Elijah Knowles will be back deep for Eastern. Coach Crocker meeting with his team out at the 47-yard line in front of his own bench, obviously. 24-13, an 11-point lead.
I know you guys are probably concerned and nervous, but Concordia, Wisconsin's up 24-13.
That is great stuff to hear. The team captain for that football team is who?
My son.
Very good. Good stuff, Coach B.
I can't tell how he's doing, but yeah, we're coming after it.
Salona back to punt for Widener. Knowles is deep for Eastern.
Don't jump off.
Right.
Snap.
Don't.
Almost got there. Knowles is going to call a fair catch.
All right.
Handle the football right at the 30-yard line. He'll stop there. That's where the offense will take over. First down and 10. They'll have 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in this game to convert points and then get the ball back.
They've got to score within like 45 seconds.
Yeah, Widener's going to be a prevent defense. So they're not going to be blitzing. And if they do, I think Nab's going to get a one-on-one here with Swinton.
They're going to sit back in zones, find a hole.
Find the voids.
Here we go.
Last drive.
First down and 10. 3:05. High snap. Nab keeps the football. He's flushed.
Ball's
He's hit
out.
from behind. Football's out. You can see it happening in real time. Forced fumble. Recovered by Widener. Nab didn't even see him coming.
Yeah, that's just,
Came from behind.
Yeah, it's a veteran defense. They're going to be coming, especially when they know the quarterbacks.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's a tough
Oh,
tough
man.
pill to swallow there.
Well, listen, I don't know what happens on the drive. I don't know whether they go down and convert or get points out of this or not. I have no idea. You don't want that drive to end that way.
Absolutely not.
No, and I guess here we kind of see what kind of class Widener has with 2:58. You're going to try and put it in the end zone, or you just run the clock out because Eastern can't stop it.
Chaplin, the quarterback. First and 10.
Well, they did take number 1 out.
Well, and they were working the clock at 8 minutes,
right?
Let alone at 2 minutes and up 11.
And if they don't work it now, you're right. That's what locker room or billboard stuff.
Yeah, for next year.
Stuff for next year.
Wickle on the carry, number 25. He gets 1. Second down and 9. Football on the 28 of Eastern, 2:25 clock on the move.
I think at this point they'll be glad just to get out of here with the win.
Absolutely right, Coach.
Chaplin will work the clock. He'll snap it on 2.
And 25 runs left.
25 on the carry again for Widener. That's Wickle again. Picking his way down. Brings up a third down. We reach the 2-minute mark. And it'll be third down and 2. We will take a 30-second timeout and come back for the final 2 minutes. It's 24 Widener, 13 Eastern. Back in a moment.
It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
Pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
Football's back, baby.
Oh, check out the gorgeous colors on that tree.
I'm loving my MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's MBA program every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year. Apply today in as little as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
And back here on the main line, campus of Eastern University, 2 minutes to play in today's contest. Widener's going to go to 1-1, 1-0 in the MAC. Eastern will fall to 0-2, 0-1 in the MAC, and come right back here a week from today as we kick off next Saturday at 12:05. Chaplin now will work on just finishing it up. Here comes Wickle again. He did not get the first down. Gashawn Moody on the stop. Still playing hard is Gashawn Moody.
You know what? Well, he only has 1 speed, but I'm going to give a little shout out to Corey David, the new defensive coordinator for Eastern. What he dialed up today, and what he's put his kids in positions to make plays. You got to tip your hat to Coach. I know Coach Crocker's a defensive coach, but Corey David did a really good job game plan against Widener.
So 4th and 1, football on the 21. Chaplin. Wickle to his left.
This defense deserves to not have them score here.
Flag before the snap.
Full start. 13 on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Right. Actually, the offense let up 1 score, right, with the pick 6. So, this isn't really on the defense. I thought the defense played really well today. And the offense at times, that's the problem. You can't just play at times really well. And
you take that away at 17-13.
Yep.
So the 5-yard step off. Now 4th and 6. Widener now going to attempt a field goal.
I guess you let the freshman get a chance.
Patterson, actually a senior. Ryan Patterson, the senior.
Oh, the kicker.
The kicker.
Oh,
He's a senior.
I thought he was.
Patterson's kick is up, and it is good.
42-yard field goal attempt by Ryan Patterson.
Penalty on the
flag comes in after the conversion. Decision will need to be made here, right, Coach? If it's against Eastern.
Running a kicker will only be 5 yards, so they won't.
They will.
Widener's going to take the points.
Yeah, take the points and extend the lead to 2 touchdowns, 27-13 with 1:11 remaining.
The field goal is good. Running into the kicker foul is declined.
I don't know if they got a do-over.
No do-over, right? So 27-13 is what the score says, and that could be what we expect, how we expect it to end, although 1:11 remaining. Rivera and Knowles will go back deep to receive.
I mean, I see Rivera pop one of these for a TD or Elijah Knowles. You know these kids aren't going to give up. They give it till the clock strikes 0, and I think that's a testament to their head coach and obviously all the assistant coaches. But Coach Crocker's still coaching this team like it's a tie game, which is exactly what you want to see in a head coach. And more importantly, all the players are buying in. I mean, not one of these kids is giving up.
The offense comes out, I'd go vertical.
Absolutely.
87 Patterson who's tees up the football. Again, 1:11 on the game clock, 27-13 Widener. The Pride will go to 1-0 in the MAC, 1-1 on the season. Patterson's kick is short. He's keeping it away from Knowles and Rivera. And that's where the offense will come out. They'll start 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. So 75 yards away with 1:11 remaining. Boys, I'd love to see Eastern get some points.
That's what I'm saying. I'd go vertical or
try to get it to number 1 or number 2 here. You know, big play Reggie Swinton or Nasik Smith. Like they can take it to the house.
Brett Knabb is in it, quarterback, 1st down and 10. Clock will start on the snap. Avrilian gets the football.
it's a good run, but I don't agree with the call at all.
Yeah, 13 yards, good for a 1st down out to the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10, up to the line. Knabb, hurry up offense, in with all scripted plays. Avrilian again gets the carry to the 45-yard line.
Now this should be a pass.
Yeah, let's see him get it downfield here.
Get 5 on the call on the carry. And 6 officially. Call it 2nd down and 4. Snap the Knabb. Avrilian gets it again. Stutter step.
I mean, if you run the
close
clock
to
out,
the 1st down.
We did the same thing at the end of the first.
Yeah, you don't want a kid to get hurt here.
So they'll pause the clock at 37 seconds just to reset the sticks. 1st down and 10. Football on the 48-yard line. 3 straight runs for Jeremiah. Again, Jeremiah keeps the football. Bounces to the outside over in front of his bench. Steps out of bounds. Picking up yardage while the clock runs down to 23 seconds before he stepped out of bounds. It's 7 on the carry, 2nd down and 3, football on the 49.
I mean, 27-20 is so much different than 27-13. Right, Coach?
Not going to run it in, though, unless he breaks free. Let's get that football up in the air.
I agree.
Second down and 3. Nab out of the gun. Gives to Jeremiah again, straight up the gut. Picks up the first down. They'll stop the clock to move the sticks. 17 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure why we're being so cordial, but
27-13 Widener. Clock now on the move. 10 seconds.
They're not even going to snap it.
They are not going to snap the football. That is how this game will come to an end. Widener will win it this afternoon. 27 for Widener and 13 for the Eastern Eagles. Don't forget our postgame show coming up. Coach B, give me your assessment of the football game as a full body of work today.
Defense did literally everything that you could ask of them, and the offense just has to get clicking somehow. We got to find a way to manufacture offensive points.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, right? Coach is exactly right. I mean, defense came out, played really well. Special teams played well, except for the missed extra point and the missed field goal. But the punts were really good by John Westfield. The coverage is really good. And you know what? With a young team, you need an offense that can score when they're given the opportunity to get down there and score. And that's what they're going to need to work on is that offense. So,
well, I got to tell you, I got to bring the listening audience and give them a little bit of theater of the mind. Some of the Eastern Eagle players were already exiting the field while the rest of their teammates were still out in the handshake line. Well, Coach Crocker went down into the end zone and got those players and told them to get back with his team, with their team. That was great stuff.
That's not going to go over very big.
Not with Coach Billy Crocker. Your final score today, they lose by 14. We'll take a short break and come back with the JAKIB Sports postgame show. You're listening to Eastern Eagles football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Back in a moment.
It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
Football's back, baby.
Oh, check out the gorgeous colors on that tree.
I'm loving my MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's MBA program every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year. Apply today in as little as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive.
Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
And we're back here live across the JAKIB Sports Network, bringing you all of the action today. Eastern loses that football game. Let me pop on, see if I can pop on here to the crowd. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can pop on. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. I don't think I can. I thought I was able to pop on. There we go. I just wanted to bring everybody inside the box for today's action and thank everybody for tuning in to the JAKIB Sports Network. We appreciate, of course, everybody being here and listening into game number 2, along with my partner, Warren Schmidt, and the coach, Coach B. Tough one today. Lead in there, Coach. Get in there. Tough one today as Widener comes in and spoils the potential victory for Eastern, but they battled today, guys. They really, really battled, Coach. And I think you go away as you drive back home today following this football game. I think you go home and you're pleased with the performance comparing week 2 versus week 1. Am I accurate with that?
Yeah, defensively was, I thought, much sharper today. They created turnovers. They got stops. And they were on the field a real long time. I don't know, how many plays it's going to turn out to be. The offense, there was bright spots, but it's got to get better. And the only thing that really threw me was our time management at the end of the half and at the end of the game. We didn't do anything to move the ball any further. I mean, with an offense that's stalling, I would try and get something downfield. But that's why we're up here and not down there.
Well, Coach, I agree with you on that, and because it's a young team, so you want to see how they react. That's a 2-minute situation. When do you have time to really look at that? Okay, not 2 minutes. What's our 1 minute offense going to look like? If it is a tie or a field goal game, let's see if our guys can make plays, and that's something we could ask.
And
Coach
Widener didn't do any favors by kicking a field goal. I mean,
Widener knew they were in a game, and I know when they drove up 476, the Blue Route, when we call this the Blue Route Classic in a couple of years, we're not thinking they're going to be in this close a game, especially after what happened last year. But as Coach said, we want to see progression. We want to see movement forward. And to Joe's point to you, I think we saw some today. Yeah. We're going to be nitpicky and everything, but the score was a little closer. The game was a lot closer, and it's great to see the fight in these Eastern
and
Eagles.
I think we're going to see the 2 quarterback rotation all year, and I don't mind it the way
you
they're
weren't
doing.
Surprised to see it today.
No, I even said, after the second series, we're probably going to see Nab, and at some point then, they're going to switch. I mean, they're not doing it every other, so they're at least getting in a rhythm and doing, getting the offense going. And we've said it. They both have different skill sets. They have the same skill set. They both can pass. They both can run, but one runs a little better and one passes a little better, but you can't bank on either one doing what you think they do best, because they both have very good skill sets. So
we'll be right back.
The offense just got to get better.
We'll be right back here next week, of course, 12 o'clock for the game against Lebanon Valley, 12:05 kick across the JAKIB Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe to the network. You'll get an alert for the coaches show this week. It'll be an interesting conversation with Coach Billy Crocker. That's every Thursday on JAKIB Sports, on X, and across the JAKIB Sports Network. Final score again, they lose today by a couple of touchdowns. Warren, I'll get your closing thoughts, and then I'll get Coach's closing thoughts, and we'll roll out of here.
I'll just take what you noticed, Krause, at the end of the game, when a couple Eastern players were leaving the field and not shaking hands. Coach Crocker is managing this team from the top bottom at all points, from the when they warm up, through the game, after the game, until they get to the locker room, until these kids get back to their rooms. And he is building something for the duration and for the length, and for this to be one of the elite programs in the MAC conference. And I just really love how he pays attention to detail, because these kids need the detail. They need to know that you have a coach is in your corner. He coaches them hard, but he expects a lot out of them. And I do see at the end of this game that these kids did take a jump. We're moving in a better direction than taking a step back, and it's really great to see how these kids battled through the end.
Coach, last thoughts of you from you.
I think when Coach gets into the locker room, I don't think he may even talk about the game. I think he may address that there were players walking off the field prior to shaking hands. So, I mean, that's the type of stuff that irritates him.
He's a big life lesson guy, and that makes him a great coach.
I mean,
kids are all going to take this stuff off the field.
He may not say anything about the game except, we got to get better. But here's one thing we're never going to do again. You get in that line, you put your helmet on, you shake hands, you stand for the national anthem, you do the little things. I think he addresses that.
Krause, let me add one more thing. I do need to give a shout out to Sean in our box to help us set up, that did an unbelievable job with the national anthem from the box.
Amazing, right?
With the microphone. I think people thought that was something taped. That was live by our guy Sean over here.
I'd like to have him in a Stampede game.
Yeah, right. Incredible.
Great job.
Listen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, listening, watching, and being a part of today's broadcast across the JAKIB Sports Network. Again, they lose to the Widener Pride, but don't forget, we're right back here next week. Lebanon Valley comes in on Saturday. We're on the air at noon. We kick off at 12:05. Coach Bernie Nowatarski, my partner Warren Schmidt, all of you, and of course, I'm Joe Krause. That's going to do it for today's broadcast of Eastern University. We're glad you were with us. See you next time, everybody.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
Joining in
decisions,
the dark.
the dark.
But I once heard someone say,
But as I always say,
it's okay to be afraid
as long as you face the fear.
and keep moving forward.
Let me just clear the air.
Count on the name trusted in insurance for over 80 years. Independence Blue Cross.
See you next time, everybody. Thanks for being with us on this Saturday afternoon.